GCA, yes. GCA. See, I told
The GCA's stream is called the Late and Gay podcast.
Right on the dime, no hesitation, breaking through time, straight on the clock, no delay, no block. We run the show, no need to unlock. Stepped in the spot, the crowd already know. Stage lit right, spin time for the show. Microphone check, rhythm and vibe, straight as an arrow, keeping it live. Stalling is balling, mics in control. Old school Steve's vibe fills the whole bowl. Jigger with it, slick and precise. Hit in the stage like a ninja in ice. Pyros and slow when we keep in the jam. No late entrance, this is who I am.
Hello and welcome everybody to Straight and On Time with the GCA. We don't play that, homie. We are on time. We're going to be straight and on time for the rest of the month. Yeah. I don't even want to be by association. I want to be straight and on time.
Well, this is the month to dip your toe in the water of something different. So it works.
So we're going to, yep. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming to tonight's stream. I am Mo Zamboni, your hostess with the middleist. And I am joined by my esteemed co-founders and our special guest, but we will get to him in due time with the intros. We actually can get through our intros pretty well, unlike certain other channels that have 18,000 viewers. We'll get there. But, okay, first, the man, the finger. How you doing, sir?
Good. I just announced on Twitter my new TV show coming out sometime next year called The Baldwins. I don't know if you guys heard about that one or not.
Good luck, because normally celebrities will get divorced after they do their freaking shows, the reality show.
Spit it out, Jess.
I'm sure
he won't
have to pay alimony because ABF's finger will take care of that. So
it's only 7 kids. So
only 7.
Everybody line up. I got Daddy's got to tell you something. Just everybody, everybody line up. Things are expensive. Ammo is not cheap right now. I need to, just line up.
I got to teach them all gun safety.
That's right. Well,
it'll
be one lesson they'll learn once, and that'll be it. So, but good luck on your trial and good luck on your TV show, sir.
Thank you.
I feel sorry for your alt account. If he does actually get thrown in the penitentiary, that might not be as fun for him as he thinks. So, anyways, on that note, the most provocative author on Geeks and Gamers.
Provocative?
Provocative. Yeah, you're talking about Bridge. You're talking about
how is that provocative?
Because it gets people provoked. They want to learn about it. They want to. It's not provocative in a way, in the sense of it's disgusting. You can provoke. You can get people interested in things like that.
It gets them
provocation
going.
Is not. Well, provocation is not a bad thing. It's not like provocative, like a National Enquirer. It's okay. It's provocative. Provocative can be a good thing. Propaganda can be a good thing. It just depends on who's doing it. So, anyways, so how are you doing?
I'm fine, but my webcam's being a butthead, so I'm staying off cam tonight. Sorry. Yeah.
Webcam is asshole.
Yeah. But speaking of writing, I will have something to announce soon.
Ooh.
Who knows? So yeah.
Yay. So the man who apparently has a bottomless stomach and lives in a basement. How goes it? Everyone's favorite rooftop Korean. How you doing, sir?
Feel like shit. I gotta quit drinking for a little bit.
Oh.
Thanks. We're 5.5 minutes in. I appreciate it. Thank you. 10 minutes. No.
Cheers, Yo Pops.
Yep, Yo Pops. Cheers, Slancha. Skål. All right. And next, the man who is trying to bring us back to a simpler time by his heritage. He's a swamp person, but he's also a fan of the original trilogy, the only trilogy in my mind. I'm sorry for everybody else, but there's only one that did it right because George actually let other people direct. It is Malty. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Hope everyone else is doing good too. Yes, OT is obviously the best, and I got the little scene from Empire Strikes Back, which is the best of the trilogy. And we're going to talk about all the giant shit dumps. Well, I guess Yo Pops already said it, so whatever. They have taken on our beloved franchise.
You should see this guy with pizza. He just can't be stopped. Watch out, Joey Chestnut. Yo Pops is gunning for you.
He eats pizza like he eats food.
He's coming to New York. All right, 7 minutes.
I like how you incorporated gay 3PO on this month in your background.
Oh.
Oh yes. Oh my.
oh my. All right. Speaking of gay people, Naganal, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. Fucking felt like an idiot today. Last night I super chatted GCA. Did you guys hear Hero? He screwed up that one guy's name. He called him it's Jordan is a ninja. You guys know him. But he called him Jordanus.
Jordanus. Yeah, Jordanus.
And for some reason, I don't know, maybe I was high or something. I was definitely high. But I thought he was talking about Vidal. I was like, is that Vidal's like I knew it was somebody's alt account, but I didn't know who it was. And I just I heard Ninja and I was like, oh dude, that guy's gonna be on GCA tomorrow. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, that's not the same guy. I just felt like an idiot all day.
Vidal is
sorry
a ninja.
to disappoint anybody that was looking for Jordanus. He's not here. He might show up in chat.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Oh, they're awesome, but
now if you get the right kind.
You can't do that when you're
do not condone.
Come on.
Obviously, the one guy from LA and the one guy from New York is like, yeah, drugs are good. So duly noted.
Crazy.
I'm
Hey,
totally off brand for you guys.
He's from New York.
Don't knock until you
That's
try.
right. He'll catch some strays. Don't worry. It's okay. He won't be safe. But speaking of drugs, that's a good segue. Everyone's favorite indeterminate man of origin. Is he Mexican? Is he Italian? Is he something else? He is one thing. He's from Michigan, and that's a shame. How you doing, Hoodie?
Hey man, Michigan is not that bad, okay? But doing
Totally.
great. Unfortunately, I'm not on any drugs, but if you need some, I can point you in the right way.
That's what a Mexican would say.
Ain't wrong.
I'm glad
Yeah.
to be here tonight to
Ain't
talk
wrong.
about Star Wars and how fucking dead it is. So, yeah.
9 minutes. Good job. All right. Fuck. I'll just say it because. All right,
Might
Vidal.
as well.
Why don't you just start it off with a curse word of your choice? We got 30 seconds left. Just get one in under 10.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
What's up,
Oh,
Vidal?
man.
How you guys doing?
Well, apparently Yo Pops is hungry and everybody else has a filthy mouth, so it's okay. It's good. It's good. How you doing, sir? Thanks for coming on.
I was good until I found out we were talking about Acolyte today, and that just ruined my whole fucking day. To be honest, I'm stewing right now. I just watched it, it's so fresh in my fucking head, and I hate that my debut here is just going to be a very angry one. You know.
That's perfect.
Well, no offense. It does look like you're being held hostage. I think Leslie Headland is just off camera.
yeah.
Oh, good lord!
I'm renovating my house. Sorry for the bland.
Oh no, I can feel that. And I took that personally.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, shit, is this really the time? But after watching it, I got a lot to say. So yeah, I think we got some steam we gotta get out.
Dude, literally, I woke up. I don't know about everybody else on the panel. I felt like, was it that bad? Like literally, my brain could not comprehend how bad it was. I don't even. I thought it was like a fever dream, or maybe I had too much to drink, or so. You're like, it can't be that bad. No, it's that bad.
What's really upsetting about it is, I'm browsing around. I'm seeing everybody praising this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Like, how have our standards fallen so far, man? Like, how is it possible that there are people out there that are arguing in favor of this shit? Like,
could it be for a certain month that's being celebrated at the moment?
some good timing.
It's almost like standards and norms and societal mores. They kind of went by the wayside. It might have something to do. I don't know. We're always, well, except for this month, we're usually late and gay, so we're on that spectrum. We're in the plus, the IA plus, late people. So, alrighty. So, well,
you want to knock it out of the way first, or
you know what? I'm so fucking angry right now. Obviously, you saw my thumbnail.
Yeah.
I did not mince words, like or pictures or anything like that. So let me. These people. They make me sick.
These people.
Yeah, you're damn right. I said these people. All right, we're coming in hot.
If we're straight, we also have to be racist. Don't forget.
So
I hang out with Anthony Cumia, man. Come on.
So speaking of these people, I was so I know you guys did we did a watch party, right? It was a watch party last night for it.
Yes. Yeah. As much as I tried to erase it.
Well,
record time.
I was looking in the chat, and I'm assuming there was a couple Asians in that show because there was some references made to me in there. So
quite a few actually.
Yeah, I saw my name tagged in there. I was like, oh, okay, must be an Asian.
And none
person.
of them were
I honestly thought you were the lead actor from the show.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they got him on?
Why do I feel like that's an insult? If I'm the lead in a fucking horrible show like that, that's fucked up, man.
Well, we thought you were cast for every single one of them, so it was confusing.
Yeah. You're a chameleon. You're like you're a very good actor, apparently.
I'm just
And
kidding.
apparently-
I'm kidding.
Yeah, look at you.
It was
an actor. Wow.
Was he bad? Did he suck?
No, actually,
I feel like he's the
best
one
part.
tolerable fucking character.
I was gonna say he kind of had he had a dollar store Ken Watanabe kind of vibe going.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
him.
That's
The good Asian or the bad Asian?
Good.
Good Asian. I thought he was, especially since he just learned English.
Oh.
Oh,
Did he learn
okay.
it for this role?
He played the lead in Squid Game.
Yeah, he was the.
accent didn't even bother me at all. So
No, like I said, he had that Ken Watanabe thing going on. Like you
Yeah.
could tell a
Korean
lot of
guy?
it was. You could tell like he
Korean guy in
was. Yeah, well, you could tell he was kind of doing things phonetically, obviously, but he was trying to get the inflection, and sometimes it didn't work, But compared to the absolute fucking amateurs that were flanking him, he seemed like he was amazing. He'd be like, in any other show, but he was like the man because he was surrounded by a bunch of retards. So,
You know, the director was just like looking for the Asian guy or whatever. He's like, no, I need more Asian, damn it. And then they just found a guy that just speaks broken English, I guess.
It was
So
probably Leslie
Yeah.
Hedden that wanted it.
It works. It does work. He's the one
Okay.
character I felt worked in this film or
Yeah.
this show. Honestly,
I
and
might have to pull up
that's
this one tweet later.
he would have been good in like the prequels, like that kind of character with that kind of like. I'm just saying.
He's the
You could
samurai-
replace.
the wise trope, the wise
Yeah,
samurai
exactly.
trope. He is
oh,
that.
okay.
He's all those cliches. So we've seen his character 100 times before. It's not the worst, but he nailed it. I think he did all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and
They should have gotten the
he's-
guy from Into the Borderlands if they wanted to play that kind of martial artist type role.
I still need to watch that.
Or Into the Badlands. My bad. Not Into
Okay.
the Borderlands.
So I
Into
think-
the Badlands.
I think now that we got all the good things about the show out of the way, let's get into it.
And quite frankly, we gave it far too much time. We gave it 4 minutes, which is more than it
Yeah.
deserves.
Well, no, let me just say one more positive thing about the show. I thought that when they showed the spaceships in space, it actually looked fine. It looked good.
The effects were never the
Wow.
problem with Disney Star Wars, though. Really, not the CG space battle stuff. Anyway,
Well, okay. We're going to cover some special effects that are very special, but yes.
Well, that was one thing that bothered me a lot.
Yeah, I didn't to me at first, but then I was like, the more I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah. Anyways, it made me so angry. Like it makes me sick to my stomach. I wish I hadn't watched it, but it was like, it's like watching The Room, but it's not fun. There's nothing to laugh at. There's nothing to quote that's worth it.
I don't know.
I mean, there's so many bad parts in here. So,
I think you kind of nailed it though when you said there's a lot of nothing, like nothing to quote. I was apathetic towards Star Wars prior to this, right? I dropped off years ago.
Me too.
I never fucked with Andor. I didn't give a shit by the time any of that stuff came out. I knew we were doing the chat on the subject today, so I said, let me give this thing a look. And it just pissed me off all over again. Now I'm just like back, I'm feeling the kind of rage I thought I wasn't ever going to feel for Star Wars again.
Hold on, we got somebody more famous than you, Vidal. Shh.
Hi, Jay.
It's Jay. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, yeah. Yep.
What's up, Jay?
Hey. It's Mo and IR, and don't forget about Malty. Even though
Malty's going.
That's right.
Yeah,
Malty's already in the state. He's gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, he's in a really like late part of the state, if I may, or just north of it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm about an hour north of it.
He's kind of got like the begin. He's not that. He's got like the HIV. He doesn't have full blown. He's just outside. So
yeah, I just tested positive.
Oh, it's like 80% the statistic out there. So.
He's got a few T cells.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
We need to get monetized because money cures AIDS. Don't we all know that?
That's right.
Obviously. Magic Johnson's the only man that got fat from AIDS. So, dude gained weight. But
that's so true. Jesus Christ.
That's wild.
Yeah. So. Thanks for stopping in there, Drunk 3PO. Hopefully you're still here. I can't wait to see Achromatic Chronicles Green and Blue. I'd like to get the whole thing in a straight shot. I heard there's a lot of good reviews for people that have children. Children love those books. Apparently they're supposed to be really good. And I'm looking forward to getting my hands on them. So hopefully there's something like that, like Rip has done, where I can just get the whole set. I would be very happy to throw some.
I think he said he's gonna release Blue with green.
Yeah, I hope so.
Do a catch up.
Totally gonna grab it. So let's not bury the lead. It's like literally, I don't think anybody else can function till we like. This is gonna be a group therapy session here for about the next hour. I'm sure.
Trauma dump.
Oh, dude, like it's like it's making me sick.
Mainly.
Because
I'm not a huge Star Wars
You guys all
fan.
watched it, right? Except for Yo Pops and Jess.
What?
Everyone else watched it. So my question for you guys is, I know the question for everyone else is, the show cost $180 million. Okay, and did it look very cheap to you guys in some parts?
Yes.
What does Disney do that doesn't look cheap?
Where did the money go? Because to me, it looked like 60s Star Trek looked better.
And that had charm, by the way. That had charm.
Yeah.
So it's just, it looked like shit. And I don't know where the money's going because these actors, none of them are A-list or even B-list. So
it's going up their nose.
I wouldn't say
it's going up their nose.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
An alien.
Yeah, thank you. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, there's no way they spent that money on the costumes, the acting classes, the sets. I mean, I don't see the CG, right? The space battles. I'll give them that. Other than that, I mean, it looked cheap. It looked like fan fiction. I've seen fan fictions that look.
No, it is fan
better.
fiction. Absolutely.
How much do you think the fire in space cost?
We will get to that. We will get to that. We're going to chronologically tear this piece of shit apart. So,
I think most of the budget went to like grief counselors and microaggression therapists.
Probably.
They got the best.
This is also money laundering.
Probably a couple sex changes in there thrown in there as well. Probably.
Well, obviously that one Jedi craft services, that was a lot of money they had to like kind of kept that
the
guy
beefy
fed,
dude. Yeah, a fat
beefy implies that no, you're a beefy dude. You have muscle definition. That guy literally looks like the Franks and Beans guy from Something About Mary. Like he looks like he's touched somehow.
Have you seen
Anyways, once again, we will get to it. There's so much to tear apart here. It's so okay. So literally from the opening note and scene after the stupid Star Wars intro, that used to be okay, sort of, kind of like, okay, that's a good way to do it. But it's just it's a hallmark of you're about to watch some garbage. When you see that, you're like, prepare yourself. It's not like, oh, it's The Mandalorian and Gina Carano's on there and I'm really excited to watch the show. It's actually kind of decently good and we're heading the right direction. Now it's like, brace yourselves, people. Get the lube. It's going to be unpleasant. You know, that's literally when I see that, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. So
that sound you made, Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, dude, no, that's what I felt like. That's what my brain was saying the entire time I was watching the show. It was just like guttural utterances of just anger at the shit that I was watching.
It just used to the lube right before that.
Oh yeah, no, dude. It's seriously like I felt like I just like I turned my chair upside down and decided to have a seat. It was awful, but and not in a good way. But so the first thing that I noticed, and I want to get this out of the way before it gets buried and I forget about it. The music was shit. It was a cobbling. It had no backbone. There was not like music didn't go with what was going on in the scenes. It just seemed like it was playing in the background. It had no connection to everything that was going on in the show. Am I the only person that thought that? I felt like it was chaotic.
It was.
I felt like I was in like. I felt like this is the music that goes on in Megan Fox's kids' heads. You know, it's just like confused messiness, and I just don't know what's going on. And am I a boy? Am I a girl? Am I something?
One song was random noises.
Yes, yeah, just random noises and confusion, and my HRTs are keeping me from thinking correctly. Yeah,
it felt like royalty-free fucking music that they were pulling from the library because it just had nothing stuck with me at all. And I'm a big like when I'm watching movies, I love the music is a big deal for me, especially action set pieces and things like that. And it was the most generic shit ever. I mean, painful.
There's no soul to it. There's no soul.
No. Literally, the intro that you just heard, the intro that we run, that is artificial intelligence. That has more soul than you know what? And I wouldn't put it past them. I bet they went into Sonu and they're like, give me a Star Wars soundtrack, but John Williams has dementia and has full-blown AIDS. Enter. And that's what we got.
Did John Williams do the score, by the way, or no?
Hell no.
No.
It's offensive to even suggest that he could have done that. Even in his late stage, like fucking Alzheimer's, he wouldn't.
I don't know, man. I was just wondering.
Like that. It was bad, man.
They won't even use his music in Disney World or Disneyland, so like they're definitely not going to use it in any new projects.
Literally, I would rather listen to a boom mic put up next to his bedpan on his deathbed. I would listen to that before the music I heard last night, because at least there's some rhythm, and you know that it's coming from somebody that's actually talented. There's something to it.
There's some emotion whenever it rings off the bedpan.
Yes, you know, there's gravitas. You know, I laughed, I cried, I pinched my nose. It was great, you know. But you know what we got last night was like it was horrible because it literally seemed like it was a sound test. I think I remember commenting on that. It's like sounds like everybody's testing their instruments. Like it sounds like a jazz session and not in a good way.
What if that's what they were actually doing? That'd be fucking
I think they were.
Maybe that's where the band from the Galactic Star Cruiser, that's their next gig.
You brought up the parks, and I think like that's a perfect comparison to how this show feels. The parks don't feel like Star Wars. They look kind of like Star Wars. They sound kind of like Star Wars. You see lightsabers, you see certain things that you kind of recognize, but it's not Star Wars. That's this show in a nutshell. It didn't feel like fucking Star Wars. They showed Coruscant. That was
not
it.
At all.
That was the only Star Wars thing, right? Coruscant. Everything else was.
Well, they had the font, they had the white fades and stuff like that. But even then, they were just rattled. There was like white fade. Like it was just like it was horrible.
It was all copied.
They were like it was all like, oh, you remember this from Star Wars? Here it is. Like I like how they tell you it's Coruscant as if
you don't know.
You've never watched.
You can't tell the giant fucking Jedi temple in the middle of the planet. That's one
is.
Giant city. You can't tell what that is, really.
It's not made for fans.
Well, with all those new fans flocking to the show, they got to keep people in the loop, guys. Come on.
They probably did have to do that.
All those new fans.
I don't know how in tune to Star Wars you guys have been, because I certainly have not, but they've been pushing this High Republic shit for the past like 2 or 3 years. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's like a couple hundred years before the prequels, and it's like all this like bullshit no one cares about, and they're trying to tie this show into that stuff as well as the prequels and the OG stuff, and it's a failure all around.
Yeah,
we know.
I Republic failed. This will fail too.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not.
This
doing
takes place around the same time, right? It's like hundreds of years before.
It's 100 years exactly before.
Yeah. I think the other ones were a little older than that.
They
but
were.
Was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it the truth that coloring books outsold the High Republic?
Yes.
Coloring books.
No one read the High. No one was buying that shit.
Stuff that people like 5-year-olds literally drool on top of are holding more attention than a series of books written by a bunch of idiot ideologues. Like seriously, it's just amazing. And then they base a movie off it or a TV show off it. It's just, it's so.
Well,
like,
you know, the mission of this show is going to be to rewrite the history of Phantom Menace somehow. That's the ultimate goal.
I've heard about episode 3.
I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know what.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, so there is. By the way, not that anybody in this chat cares or anybody that's on this panel cares. There's going to be spoilers, but you know what? If you care about that show, there's an old saying. It says it's all your taste is in your mouth.
I got news for you.
I got news for you. I watched the original trilogy and I like the Acolyte. I got news for you. That means you're gay. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't think anybody here is worried about spoilers, man.
No, so we're gonna spoil it. Speaking of spoilers, good segue. But they made a big hullabaloo, like a lot of the and because we thought and this is a problem. We give these people too much credit. Yellow Flash, Gary, all these people give people too much credit. They're like, and Ryan Kendall, I love them all to death, but we all gave them too much credit because they were talking about like, they spoiled the fact that the girl, or it's a girl, by the way, you're a girl, and not a good looking one. You can say you're non-binary. It just means ugly girl when I hear that. Non-binary equals ugly girl.
OSHA?
Is she really
OSHA. OSHA. What an awful name.
OSHA, like the workplace.
Non-binary?
Yeah, it's literally spelled the same too. It's literally spelled the same too. OSHA. Yeah.
She's going after construction workers or what?
Yeah. Yeah, she's going after unsafe work environments. So
Jonathan Chesser and shit. Yo, what's up?
Do you think OSHA goes around to different space mining operations and complains about hand railing?
Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah, great.
You know, they're the original Death Star.
That would be a better show, honestly.
It's the second one, I guess.
Just some uppity twat just going like, yeah, I don't think this is right. No, this is not safe, But
hello, Mr. George.
So they talked about that on a lot of the shows that we follow in the Fellowship. And they were talking about how the subtitles ruined it. They fucking ruin it within like the first, like they're just like, yeah, we're twins. We're twins. Hi. We know each other. Hi. And they do. It's not even like a thing. It's just like did you remember to pick up some milk? Like, oh no, it's what the interaction was like. Did you get all the groceries? Was the same level of like acting and gravitas in that scene. Which, by the way, she is a horrible actress.
Yes,
she
can't carry this show. She is terrible at it.
She couldn't carry a school play, and I'm telling you, like. Her eyes list, like when people act, and I only know this because my sister's an actress and is actually way better than she is, but unfortunately she's white and straight, so well, good luck. She no, she like, but here's the thing, like you can tell somebody's a good actor, like when they go like this, when they turn around. Or if somebody moves around the scene and stuff like that, they have like an intention. They have like they know where the camera is. and they know where the subjects on the stream is. I mean, on the show, on the stage are, like where they're supposed to be, where their attention's supposed to be. Half the people on the show, when they would turn or they would do something or they try to emote while they're moving, they would stilt, their eyes would jerk. They were literally and that's coming from me. I took one acting class, all right?
Yeah,
in college.
Lines were all over the fucking place.
Dude.
I don't think they were in the same room. I think some of those were shot separately or something.
Probably.
But even then, get a fucking stick and be like, this is Leslie Headland's stupid, ugly, talentless wife. Follow this. Literally put a picture of a toe on a broomstick and say, this is your wife. Here you go. Follow.
Weren't both episodes directed, written, and produced by Leslie Headland, though? So a lot of that falls on her, too. She doesn't know how to do marking and tracking. And
it's true.
And doing rehearsal shots.
Well, it's
oh my gosh!
Before you go stage presence, yeah, it's all of that.
Well, she was never qualified to run a production this big. We know why she got the job. We understand that she checked all the right boxes, and it's another diversity quota thing. And she's a bot. She's, Kathleen Kennedy's right behind her on every decision they're making. I mean, easy to just kind of like put her up as a trophy, right? She's gay. She's representing. She's all this other shit, and she had no business being there in the first place.
Let me answer this. No, OSHA isn't. Is Leslie Headland is the one that laughs like Kamala. She's the one that goes,
Still can't go with the fact her name's OSHA.
It's spelled the same way. At least if it was like,
is the actress name? Or is the character?
Her name is like her.
I don't remember.
Her
Amanda?
name.
No, it's May and
Amandla.
No, I meant like her. Yeah,
Amandla Stenberg.
I just watched it. I don't remember a single character's name. That's fucking crazy. Not one.
Not that crazy because none of them were interesting.
Yeah,
I just remember
That's the
OSHA.
only name I remember
is
is OSHA. Is because everybody already knows that word.
But while we're on the subject of them being sisters, though, that brings up an interesting point because, as you guys all know, you watched the original trilogy. Hasn't the siblings thing and the whole revenge trope been beaten to death in Star Wars? Like, why are we doing it again?
Because these people are ideologues. They can only co-opt something, kill the host, and that's all they know how to do. They can't create. All they can do is bastardize what's there. So
in their mind, they're doing it better. They're gonna show us how it's done.
Even though they literally ripped off scenes from other movies and took lines from other Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the whole community, the LMNOP community. They're like, we can do marriage better. I'm like, yeah. Well, you can do domestic violence way better. I'll give you that. You're really good. Right. You're really good at that. But yeah, no.
Getting mass shootings down pretty good too now.
Yeah, they're catching up.
Catching up, man. We gotta step our shit up.
Yep, that's right.
Leave them kids alone.
The twin thing is so fucking overdone, and then it's done.
Well, they're doing both. They're doing the Immaculate Conception and twins at the same time. They're just throwing they're literally going. They're going through the pantry and they're just going. Everything's going in the pot.
Exact haircut.
Doesn't matter how it works. Doesn't matter how it tastes. Doesn't matter if it makes any sense to be in the pot. They're like the Captain Crunch, the Alfredo sauce, the pasta, pistachios,
chocolate milk.
Yeah, just like whatever. You like all these things. They're not all mixed together. You toe-headed bull.
Making me hungry right now.
Yeah,
you just ate like for 20 minutes, dude.
I'm just snacking, just a little snack, light little snack.
He's literally
talking about pasta Alfredo.
He just ate. He's not even finished.
Yeah, you just had like 5 cheese dicks.
Like 2. I had 2. Well, I had 2 more before, but cheese dicks. Cheese dicks.
What are you, a gay cheese?
Gay cheese.
He's queso-sexual.
You're really perpetuating the stereotype that Asians have tapeworms. Like,
why? Because I'm eating cheese sticks? Oh, because I'm eating too much?
I can't wait till it just pops out.
Well,
I can wait till it pops out half the way through the episode and it looks like one of Doc Ock's tentacles and starts talking to us.
I think I keep a slim figure.
It's like, what's up, baby? This is LA. We don't mess around.
Why you guys win all the hot dog eating contests?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's a national treasure. Put some respect on what's
That's right.
What's his name?
Yo Papiashi. Kobayashi was his name.
Kobayashi.
Yo Papiashi, yes. So.
Yeah. The twins.
So,
the twins
so
that managed to maintain the same exact hairstyle.
Yeah.
Despite not knowing the other was like, how did they look exactly the same? How is that?
Except one's a little shorter because
the one has a tattoo or something right here.
Oh, we're really mixing it up and playing it risky there. Their mannerisms are exactly the same. They got the same style, the same like cadences. I mean, that girl
like
can't
somebody
act
else.
for shit. She can't act.
Oh, she.
It's either bad acting or terrible directing, maybe a combination of both. But how it's
definitely both. Definitely.
Cringe shit, man.
It is really bad. We've just gotten into the overarching kind of like just crappiness. We're hovering over the toilet bowl right now. We need to poke some turds right now. So these are
let's focus. Let's focus.
Yeah, focus on the poop.
Let's start with the opening scene. Right? The
Carrie-Anne Moss
fight. Yeah.
For 5 minutes.
She walks up to the bar table and says, "Fight me."
Mm-hmm.
With all your power.
With all your
with all your power. It was a cringe.
I am a fight choreographer. That is my specialty. And this was painful to watch. I don't understand how they have the budgets they have and they're hiring fight choreographers like this. This is blowing my mind. We've seen Carrie-Anne Moss in better martial arts movies. We have point of reference here. We can directly compare her previous work to this. And now, granted, she's not young anymore, but again, you got Star Wars budget, man. What are y'all doing? Like, as far as first impression go, it was a novice's attempt at a martial arts kung fu scene, and it shows.
And they thought they would pull it off with Trinity.
Yeah,
she was playing fucking Trinity, dude. She was playing Trinity. Like, there's I can't believe like Leslie Henlin just borrowing ideas from better movies and like nobody would notice. Like, I get it. Carrie-Anne Moss was awesome in The Matrix. That was 25 years ago.
20. Yeah.
Painful.
Here's something that I noticed with that, and this is why the writing was sucked so badly. It wasn't believable at all because when she went up to her at the bar at the cantina and said, "Fight me with all your strength," she didn't pull her weave out first. You know that thing.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
That was funny.
Start pulling her earrings off and shit.
Wait, is the actress playing both girls?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. I just realized that.
Oh shit. Maybe she was a better actress than I gave her credit for. She got you. Fuck.
You just thought they were twins or something, like actual twins?
Dude, you sure you're not on the drugs, man? Come on, like it was.
Yeah, no, they found like two twins and gave them the same Flaming Hot Cheetos shit haircut. So yeah, no, she like if they didn't.
Galaxy.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
no, go ahead. I don't want to talk over you.
No, by all means, go ahead.
It just blows my mind, like to point out what he was saying, that they're the same girl, and it's never like, okay, we could. To reference Star Trek here, right? Data and lore. There's a clear distinction between the two. Brett Spiner's acting was pivotal to that, right? It was the key to that. She doesn't have any of that. She doesn't have the talent to match that kind of performance.
And that's a great point.
It's never
and
gonna work.
The whole thing with Brett Spiner's performances, there was a common point. Like basically they grew from the same tree, and they separated. There were some common. As you would if you were like kids, and then you would have some like similar character traits. With Data and lore, there's a lot at the bottom there that they're kind of the same, but then they have like their morals are like all over, they're completely different. This is like, hey, it's like literally watching whatever that show is, Super Easy, Barely an Inconvenience, when a guy's talking to himself, you know. That's, where it's like the pitch meeting, that YouTube channel. That's what it was. It was literally like they weren't even trying to act. It just looked like she was talking to herself. They're
too similar, yeah. And I mean, I think maybe that's intentional because they're already setting this girl up to be the sympathetic villain, right? I mean, right off the jump, like that was the first thing they did after she fought Carrie Ann Moss, right? She spared the bar keep, and because he had a kid, and it's like, yeah, well, here we go. She's gonna have the
another
redemption.
thing is they clearly tried to make people. Well, they tried to make people believe that they were the same person at first. Like, you're not supposed to know that they're twins or something, even though it's so obvious. Like, the whole show is so predictable. But it's like you're supposed to be like, oh, is she the one that just killed that Jedi?
They killed it. They killed it pretty quickly, though, right? I think by the second episode they kind of just let it go, or was
they're
it
like, oh wait, we know you guys are different.
Yeah,
so here's a gun, and here's some help, and
it didn't pay off. The setup for that, right? Like the setup for
none of the setups were paid off.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. I think you said that earlier. Like, it just came and went.
Okay, so they would set these things up, and if somebody competent set it up, they would let it simmer. They'd let you think about it. They don't even give you time within the gosh darn episode to be like, oh, the twins. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. And you're just like, because you want to let that stuff sit out there. They unintentionally did that with Fart Man from Ahsoka. You know, they're like, well, maybe it's Ezra, maybe it's a giant fart inside of a bodysuit. So, you know, like they don't know what they're doing, and when they do something right, it's because they're so incompetent. They just accidentally stumble upon something that's interesting, and they can't pay it off. And if they have something interesting, they're like, hey, you know, like I'm gonna have a surprise for you, and here you go. And then, like, they don't let you think about what it might be. Well, like, oh, what am I getting? Oh, what am I getting for my birthday? They're just like, bam, 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 because they have no sense of timing. They have no sense of anything, not morals, not. I'm tired of these people. Ugh. Make something good.
They don't have the talent to write. I mean, the mysteries are only mysteries to the characters, and we as the audience are never made to feel that. We know everything. We see, they show us every beat. They explain every detail. They never, like, there was no question in our minds who was innocent, who was, you know, whether she was framed or not. We knew. It was like, what are you doing? Well, whose perspective are we watching this from? It's terrible writing. She doesn't, Leslie Headland, if she's the writer for this thing, she has no idea what she's doing.
It literally is like they looked at a storyboard and they literally thought each panel was like 10 seconds. Like, they looked at it and they're like, this is a scene. This is a scene. This is a scene. Not like this could be like 5 minutes that we could stretch this out. This is really good. We wanted to focus around this. No, it's like literally reads like equal part. Like, the scenes are all equally the same length, and the story arc goes like at like a linear pace instead of like kind of letting things simmer. Like, oh, who is Leia? You know, I don't know who she is. The whole you know, romantic relationship between Han and Leia, where it grows, and they just kind of let the audience figure it out. They literally, and I say this on the show all the time, they literally think that we're as stupid as air because you frame the world that you view by how you view the world. And if you're a complete and utter moron, you think everybody else is just as stupid as you. So that's what we get.
You could almost feel them. You could almost feel the scenes that when they completed said scene, right? The so-called payoffs came. You could almost see them high-fiving in the fucking writing meeting. Yeah, we nailed that. It upset me. I didn't think it could upset me. That's the thing. But it's like the state of. I didn't think anything could be worse than Kenobi, and somehow they managed to bring it down even further. Like, where are we with this? Where's this going? Does anyone care?
One thing I wanted to point out, and I give all credit to Danke for saying this last night, but he said this was attempt number 2 at making Reva a interesting character.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She reminds me of Reva. Yeah.
Except Reva doesn't die when she gets stabbed through the stomach with a lightsaber. But Carrie Ann Moss, who I don't even know what her name was in the show, a little dagger like goes this far into her like abdominal, and she's dead.
I don't think she's dead. No one dies on these shows anymore.
I was gonna say.
Well, she's a white woman.
I don't know, that white guy definitely killed himself.
She's the biggest actress on the show. And
She's on the she's on the marketing fucking material. There's no way they killed that woman in the first episode.
No, they absolutely would.
Or she'd be in flashbacks. I don't know, but
she got her bag and she got the fuck out.
No, there's ways to do it. When you're like whoever Drew Barrymore, was it her mom? No, wait, it was Jamie Lee Curtis's mom in Psycho. She was an established actress, and they bubbled her at the beginning of Psycho because you're like, oh, and Drew Barrymore in Scream, the original Scream. It's just like, oh my goodness, they just got rid of the actress. Whoa, okay, now what happens? Here, they just gave her an unceremonious death, and it didn't make any sense because they didn't let mystery or anything, not that it would have been good anyways, but their timing, they don't get it. These are literal talentless people that just get by because they have letters at the end of their name. They're ugly people that latch on identity because they think that it makes them special. Well, you're special, all right, just not in the way you think. So so that was, once again, that's the first part. And the whole hey, what's that over there? Death was really annoying. That's when I knew we were in for an utter shite show.
As if a Jedi Master couldn't force push in two directions or something.
Right.
Yeah, she was only using one hand whenever she stopped the blade.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me she couldn't sense the force thing? That's literally 6 feet away from her. That's about to throw another little.
She could have just taken all of the daggers from her at one time.
She could have used her lightsaber any time and chopped her fucking head off.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, but she could use both hands if there was a dick in front of her.
Did you notice that she was, every single fight that she got into, she was reaching for the lightsaber but never could grasp it.
Mm-hmm.
They always kind of
but then she didn't take the lightsabers after she killed them.
Yes.
At least we didn't see her take them.
Even stranger. Yeah.
You know what they're going to try to do with that? Because they the stupid evil bitch, her master, the Sith person, says that when she kills the 4 Jedi, she has to do it without a lightsaber.
I think
there's that thing.
No, she said do it without weapons. What do we see in the very first scene of the show?
I think
she has daggers.
One of them.
Yeah, and this is the problem with the writing. They're trying to put that in there. It's like, oh, and she struggles because she doesn't feel like she's capable enough, and blah blah. She'll do this kind of dumb stuff. I have to do it my way. She says that literally multiple times in episode 2 as well.
So there's so much. There's so much here. We're only 3 minutes into the show, people. If you haven't seen it, we're literally
I'm
spending more time explaining it than it actually happened because that's how bad.
Well, not much happens.
It's going to be an hour.
We gave it more plot. We gave the plot more thought than the fucking writers did.
We did.
Let's be honest. We really did.
A group of 8 assholes gave more forethought into this show than a group of people whose breath smells like tuna. Anyways.
Well, there are guys on this panel, and I don't think there was any in the writing room of the show. So
not any real guys. If Dave Filoni was in there, I wouldn't call him a guy.
In their fucking body.
Oh my goodness.
Well, our only writer is a female. So what does that say about us?
She's based.
It's true.
Based.
Mm-hmm. One based writer could have saved this show.
Pretty much.
I don't think anybody could have saved.
You don't think so?
No. You know
One
what?
person keeping everything in check, I think would have made a lot of difference.
If there was one based person in that room, they would have got called.
Tomac might have it right here. Tomac might have it right. I feel like we're doing that right now. We're almost 50 minutes in, and we've literally spent a minute on each second of that part of the show right now.
Yeah, we're fapping the hell out of this show.
This is gonna be a 5-hour stream, guys.
A lot of
5. Those are rookie numbers. We got to go for 8.
Go ahead. But,
okay, so now in frame number 2, what happened there?
I think that was Carrie Ann Moss. I honestly can't remember what it went to right after that. Probably OSHA.
It's like a block.
I think it introduced OSHA right after that.
Oh no, they went
right
to.
After that,
they went to. They went to Cheetos hair in her room.
Yeah.
Yord.
Yeah.
Which I only
went to
know
OSHA.
somebody said it in chat earlier.
Yeah.
What was her name? York.
Her name
No,
is
the
OSHA.
dude.
The
The
dude
dude,
with
the,
the Cheetos. We have
his name is
Cheetos.
Yord.
We have Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah. The Jedi Knight, the new Jedi Knight.
The one, the guy, the actor that said that Anakin blew up the Death Star. Yes.
Yeah, twice.
Oh
He said it
God!
twice. He
Don't
said it
talk about that
twice.
clip, and that shit pisses me off. How are you gonna be in a Star Wars show? And oh my God!
I don't care if he's not even a fan. At least chum up on the basics. Yeah.
This is where I stand with that, right? If you're as cool as someone like a Harrison Ford, you could afford to be that fucking like lax on the material, right? But you're not. This guy's not Harrison Ford. He needs to brush up on his shit. He needs to recognize that he's following the work of genius. And when I see that kind of shit happen on, and they showed it, they shared that video. Like, what were they thinking? That
I know.
It's like they're doing it to fuck with us. They have to be. It has to be.
What did they say earlier? That they're pissing off the right people?
It's intentional.
Yeah, it's
intentional.
Oh, there you go. Well, let's thank you for bringing that up. Let's
pull that sucker up.
I just want to say that show that she was on, that show fucking sucks.
Well, anything with her would suck. I mean, she's got the acting ability of a.
No, I can't think of the
bag
host's name
shit.
on that show right now, but
Trevor Noah.
Yes.
Oh,
the South African that pretends like he grew up in colonial and America, like his ancestors were slaves or anything like that. I was like, nah, you're a rich, entitled
They get
prick.
all these people from other. They got John Oliver. He's not even from this country, and he fucking
He's
bitches
a
about
Muppet.
America. Like, move the fuck
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Just these
Yeah,
people. Like
trying.
he's a guy that grew up during apartheid and doesn't understand what an apartheid actually is. He's part of an apartheid in America. The man is so stupid, it's unbelievable. He defies life. He's not even funny.
Talking about Trevor Noah, correct?
That's what I'm saying.
Trevor Noah's as funny as like when you like try to fart and you kind of like shit
think
yourself a little bit. It gives you that kind of joy. That's what he is. He's a diarrhea fart. That's what Trevor Noah is.
He's part of that like group of late night hosts that they are the access media, right? They're the YouTube shill on a huge platform. They've all become this for the most part. John Oliver, right? You guys mentioned what was that other, the European dude? They sent his ass back home.
James
Corbin.
Yeah, they're all the fucking same. They just wanted to stay cool with the celebrities and their producers, so it was just a constant circle jerk on these shows. Fuck them all, man. None of those guys hold a candle to the actual like classic host from like back in the day. They don't have spines anymore. They're just kissing ass all the time.
Well, Sophie brought up a good point. Trevor Noah kind of used to be based. Like I do remember seeing a video. I think Brandon Tatum put it on his channel. It was like a video, kind of like a documentary, and Trevor Noah literally called Joe Biden a racist. He was like Robert Byrd was in the KKK and stuff, like bringing up all this stuff about how Joe Biden's racist. And now he's just like completely opposite.
Just look at this picture. If you're not angry just by looking at this pause right here, I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Oh no, this clip is good shit. This is good shit.
Here's what I see.
Comedy Central. This is where people go to get their news. Comedy Central, like
you can't even.
dead
You
channel.
can't, but literally, like this is literally like if talent was a black hole, it would be this picture. This is like the Hubble telescope taking a picture of something far off that is devoid of talent. This is what we're watching right now. So let's record this session. Ugh. Let's watch this. Mercifully, people, it's only 18 seconds. Stick with us here.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal.
Racism's funny now.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone.
This is why I don't feel bad anytime this race DEI bullshit gets backlash. Because I mean, it's like they're doing it on purpose. It's deliberate. They're reveling in this shit. They think they're winning the culture war, right? By vandalizing art, by vandalizing our myths, our legends, our everything. They're tearing it down.
History.
Star Wars is a monument to them, and it's just another notch on their belt. This was all deliberate.
How did anyone think that it was okay to say what she said on the show?
She didn't get punished
because it's about white people.
That's
So
crazy.
It's about white people. It's okay to
She's
be
good.
racist towards white people. You can't even be racist towards white people according to them.
If these movies and TV shows want to actually not scare people away, there needs to be something in the contract for these actors to not say shit like that. I've been saying that for years because it ruins everything. Because when I know more about an actor, I hate them.
Yeah, but I mean, but Vidal's right though. It's like that's the whole point. They want them to go out to these shows and say the shit that she says. They want, people to see that. Oh yeah, we are going against the white man, the white people. Who, it's like, oh yeah,
But
only
that
white
does
people
not-
fucking. It's like, come on, man. I don't know.
That does
But
not
their
help
bosses
sell
are
it
all
more.
white. Kathleen Kennedy is white. They're all white.
White
They're
guilt.
all less
White
talented
guilt.
actors.
It's white guilt. It's all white guilt.
All the people that
And they're a bunch of communists too. So it's like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a they're doing it because it's like a weapon. They're using it as a weapon, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What they don't understand is people like me that have a child. I just tell them that Disney isn't any good anymore. It's like the old movies are good, but it kind of stinks. So once he grows up, he's not going to show any Disney to his child. You know what? Now you've lost customers. You've lost me, but now I can affect other customers. Like that's the whole thing with Disney. You could inherit the last generation. Like I'll be like, hey, you should check out Aladdin. This is such a great animated movie. Like I did with my son, or like Beauty and the Beast. It was a really good movie. You think anybody's gonna be like, hey, you need to check out the Acolyte? You know that green bitch that looked like she just learned how to act yesterday?
Looked like she was just painted green, not an alien of any form.
She can't act.
Oh my goodness! Like okay,
the makeup on that character is fucking.
You could like see her skin through like on her eyes, like it just looked painted.
Who was it that said Star Trek looked better?
Me, I said that.
You got a perfect comparison right there. The green girls in Star Trek always looked great.
In the 60s, they looked great.
In the 60s, yeah.
And we even remastered it. We even remastered those videos because you were talking about watching this. That's why, well, like every time they cut to Kirk fighting, it would be a horrible stunt double.
Oh,
but when you're watching a TV screen in the late 60s, nobody knows, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you would zoom in on the Orions, the Orion slaves, and you'd be like, it was good makeup.
Yep.
Yeah, you look at her and you're like, what does she look like? She looks like a unripened avocado.
Dude, I've seen
Like
better cosplays at Detroit City Comic Con.
It's
And
sad,
that's saying
man.
a lot because Detroit is rough. Detroit, not
You know
much.
You know what this shit reminds me of? This shit reminds me of like I don't know how old you guys are, but if you guys like 35, maybe 30, around that age, like back in high school, how like a lot of people didn't have a lot of talent, let's say like artistic wise. So like if they drew something, it'd always be some like stupid ass stick figure or like some like, and like these people got hired on to do makeup to like come up with stories and shit. They're just half-assing everything. They're just like that's where
They literally needed to be
no
shoved into
talent
a
hacks. Jesus.
They needed to be shoved into a locker more than a few times. Seriously.
None of the alien characters have inspired any kind of fascination with me. When I see any of the makeup for any of those characters, what the fuck happened? This is Star Wars, man. This doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Why is it that the originals came out in the fucking 70s and the aliens look more convincing than these characters? What is happening here? We're reverting. How
$180 million budget, by the way. $180 million.
That's almost $1 billion. That's 200 million shy of fucking $1 billion. How the hell do you? I mean, Jesus Christ!
Godzilla -1 cost $15 million.
Actually, it cost $12 million.
It's got a larger budget than Obi-Wan. Explain that.
This is great. This is great.
So,
And that had Hayden Christensen and
drum
Ewan
roll,
McGregor.
please. This is what $180 million in no talent gets you.
180. So I said
800. 38 on mine, but that's okay.
They paid every critic off for that. 93%.
That's where the budget went.
That's another place where the budget goes.
That's the budget.
Can't even look at that number. That number is
Insane.
fake.
Yeah, even top critics is 70, which is like, come on.
Yeah, the audience score has been going down while the critic score seems to be going up
That
over
is-
time.
Rotten Tomatoes is such trash. Like obviously paid freaking reviewers.
Yeah, dude. Or what they do is they'll be like, man, I haven't been this sad since I lost both my parents in a plane wreck. But at least I didn't have to go to the funeral. Positive. Positive review, 6 out of 10.
90%.
Like the way that they meet, because everything is subjective. Nothing's objective here. They just kind of guess what they're saying, and if there's anything that is like that they can see as positive, then they just kind of say, "Oh, it's positive." Because you read the reviews, you're just like, "No, in what world is that positive? That is not a glowing review. This is like, don't go watch this movie."
Most
Look at some of the
people
reviews.
here
Look
will
at the
tell
positive
you.
reviews.
Most of these people here will tell you they're lifelong Star Wars fans, right? But one thing I've noticed, every argument I've seen online with these Acolyte defenders, with the Ahsoka defenders, Obi-Wan, whatever, their success never comes as like a direct result of the work they're defending, right? They never go, Ahsoka's great because of this. They go, no, if it's not bad because Lucas did this and that was also bad. What? So it's like, how could you say you're a Star Wars fan, but you're going to try to knock, right? The originals, right? Rey's not a Mary Sue because Anakin was a Mary Sue. If that's their logic, right? It was never about like their thing being great. It was always about, well, it's the sequels sucked, or I'm sorry, the prequels sucked. The originals sucked because of this. It's the same thing. There's no difference. Or they'll tell you you've grown up, so your tastes have changed, right? It's never just like, hey, maybe the fucking show just sucks. But
they have to tear down greatness in order to make themselves feel equal.
Never just say, hey man, my thing isn't that great. I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's the Miles Morales argument too, right? They can't say it sucks because it's more to them than just a show, right? It's a monument to their movement. It's their progressive movement. It has to work. It has to be good. Otherwise, then it's assault to their sensibilities, to their ideology. It has to be great.
To themselves, it's an assault to themselves. With, who they are as a person.
They are their own gods.
Yeah. They are a bunch of golden calves. At least the 58% that are still around. So.
But they know that they are gods that bleed, not only once a month, but they know they can easily be taken down through emotions or misgendering or using the wrong pronouns. So they have to find a way to make other people less, so they can put themselves on a pedestal.
Yeah, and they've never had to be held accountable. The ones that do end up making something good, you have to take critiques. You have to build, but if you've just been on the same trajectory your entire life because I like doing this in my bedroom, like what a pathetic way to go about things. I want the whole thing to just go. I want it to all be cinders. I want it to be like that impossible fire on the spaceship in the Acolyte where it was burning like a campfire. That pisses me off because I grill all the time. I can't keep my damn charcoals lit in 10-mile-per-hour winds, and these guys are in the vacuum out of space, and they're like,
"Oh, space
shit.
is a fire, huh?"
Like they're standing around it, like, should we get some marshmallows? Should we get some hot dogs? No, not hot dog. I don't like hot dogs. Hot dogs are gross. Get some tacos. Like
yeah. I pointed that out last night, and I got a little bit of pushback. But I think it was warranted. They were open flames like it was a campfire. If there really was like a fire coming out of a ship, it would be like in the form of like a blowtorch.
Right. It would come
oxygen enriched environment.
Yeah. And you're also, if you're orbiting something, you're going the same speed. You're falling at the curve. So around Earth, I think it's like 22,000 miles an hour. Yeah, because it would totally be there just going up and down. Like it literally, like I said, if it's 10-mile-an-hour winds, I'm cooking inside. These guys though, get some tauntaun. Let's have a roast.
A good rider would be able to manage to keep us immersed, and all of us had our immersion broken. If we went in with any, right, that scene would have taken you right the fuck out of it. You go along the ride hoping to stay with the story, right? If it's a good story, you're willing to have some concessions over shit like that. They missed this here, but the rest of the story works, so it's good. But when you're already angry at the fucking story and then something like that happens, it's just so glaring. It's like, oh, here we go. It's this on top of this, and it never got better. There's no up from there. It got worse by the second episode. I was enraged. I was pissed. I'm still mad.
Like you can forgive things. In the original cut of A New Hope, the original, episode 4, they had English labels on the tractor beams.
Yeah,
but you're like, okay, it doesn't quite make sense because then you watch wrestling movies and you get Arabesh, you know, and you're like, okay. And they fixed that, but it's just like it wasn't enough to take you out of the movie. It's like, oh, well, why is it English? You know, I know they speak English, but you just, you know.
It's probably a bunch of illegal immigrants from Earth that went up there, so they had to start labeling the stuff in English. You know what I mean? So.
Well, it was a long time ago, so yes.
Yeah.
Immigrants don't speak English. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, no, from Earth. No, it's the new generation of illegals from. You know what I mean? Because it's like after the Mexicans came into the U.S. and then, everyone had to leave Earth, and then everyone spoke English, and then
English is the default language of the universe.
Yeah, right.
By the way,
Okay, all right.
So in space, they have their own.
Now that Yo Pops has done like eating 8 metric, going on the Michael Phelps diet, I appreciate you joining us. But no, it was like that story right there. That backstory is way more interesting than the Acolyte.
Which one?
The illegal immigrants from Earth that
that
were in charge of labeling tractor beams on the Death Star. I'm more interested in watching that than anything. But no, it's just like, hey, Momonti, how you doing?
Immersion is one of the #1 jobs of any writer, director, screenplay, whatever. If you're at a play and someone starts, if you're at a Shakespeare play and they start playing hip hop, it's going to take you out of the story. If you're watching sci-fi and you're trying to believe that this world is real, this is a galaxy far, far away, and we've set the rules within somewhat realistic parameters, and then you see something like that, it was written by somebody that doesn't understand basic elementary level science. You don't do a fire in space like that. I know it sounds like we're nitpicking, but they dwelled on that scene. That was not a short scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those scenes they thought would hit us, the audience, with some kind of emotional resonance, like it was going to hit us. Oh, she's having a traumatic flashback about her. I was laughing my fucking ass off, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this? They greenlit this shit. They screen tested it. Someone looked at the script and said, yeah, this is fine. This will work.
Why did they have an astromech droid?
Hell, didn't they say humans are better or some shit or whatever? There was some fucking stupid explanation for that.
What was her title? Something. What was the job title that she was? It was like mech back or some shit. It was like the stupidest fucking name for a job.
It was like Mechanic with like 2 Ks or something like that.
It was something
it was similar to Mechanic.
But this is the whole thing. Everything's so forgettable. I can't remember the names.
Yeah,
I can barely remember the plot.
That's why
the only time you remember something is when it's exceedingly shitty. I've watched The Room a few times. I can only remember the part like I did not hit her. I did not.
Did not.
Oh, hi, Mark. I don't remember like all of the plot points and stuff like that. I just remember the shit. That's what this is. But it's so bad. It's still bad. Like I said it last night, and I'm like, I feel like I'm watching corn, but there's no corn. Like the acting is like, I'm like, are they just going to start making out and
doing it?
That would have been better and more remembered.
But it was like literally there was like when they're talking to Avocado bitch, whatever her name is, like she. Okay, so
that's Leslie Hetland's wife.
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously,
that's a nepotism hire, and like if we ever.
Oh, like in real life?
No,
like
it's her wife.
Oh,
yeah, it's that ass.
Oh wow.
And she can't
That's
act
kind of
shit.
gay.
She is literally. I'll pull up a still image of her like just like moving like there's certain people they can't even act in a still image, like they're that bad, and she is that bad. No, I'm dead serious.
Even in the photo, you're like, oh, she's not doing good. Not working.
She ain't it. Well, I mean, the makeup is just horrible.
That's what I was saying, man. I've seen better cosplayers at like local Comic Cons, like, and this is Disney is throwing millions of dollars at this shit, and it just looks like a joke.
That's not fair, man. Cosplayers, they go all out, because they love whatever they're doing.
They're passionate for what they, and
Yeah.
I think the creators of this Disney shit would like at least make it look good.
Case in point, look at this freaking picture. Okay, like seriously, there are certain people like this would be prevalent on like video game boxes from the 80s and 90s. Like you'd look at like bad PC games, and they're like they can't even act still. Like they can't even pretend like they're any good. Well, look at this picture, people. Seriously, this is look at that. What is that face?
Oh my
What is
god!
she trying
Okay, is that
What
the
is she
green
trying to
makeup?
convey?
Is that the green makeup you were fucking talking about?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
it.
that's
Jesus Christ, dude, that's like
Supposed to be an alien, I guess.
oh my
Maybe.
god, that looks like some cheap ass fucking like Spirit Halloween
Oh, it
face
is.
That's what I'm
makeup.
saying, bro.
Jesus Christ,
They
dude.
probably
But
did
look-
go to the Halloween store.
Yeah.
So
What's up with her hair, dude?
Smash. I
Oh,
don't know.
she doesn't
man.
have hair. I thought she had hair.
She has no
ain't
hair.
got
That's not hair. It's a bunch of dots.
Yeah, what the hell?
She's got a
That's
bald cap.
monkeypox.
She's got a burlap sack on her. What the fuck is that?
She's a Jedi, bro.
And
She's a
it-
Jedi.
Yeah, she's
it
like
just
the
blows
head
my mind that
Jedi.
they took this character and gave her screen time and said this works.
So this is okay. That is not an act. That's why in my thumbnail I put acting for dummies in her whatever it is, because she obviously just learned how to do it. Like with that face, what is she doing?
Yeah,
Is she picking, is she picking food out of her teeth? Is she mad? Is she angry? Is she trying to
Getting ready to
convey
pick
something?
sticks out of trees.
Looks
Yeah,
like she's trying
like-
to channel her fucking inner Jamie Lee Curtis in some fucking old ass movie.
Like what is happening
I don't know why
right
she
here?
reminds me of her.
A good actor, you should be able to take a frame of what they're doing and understand what it is. Like,
Did you just misgender me? That's what she looks like her fucking face is saying.
yeah, well, so
Yeah,
this
there we
is, and we go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Now there is a man that knows how in one frame to convey what's going on. Alec Guinness. This is a man that through his eyes, he's been through some stuff. He lost his, he failed his apprentice, his Padawan and stuff like that. He failed his friend. Like that's a man, he conveys like sadness and loss, but stoicism. And then we go back to this, which is, hey, I'm really good at I'm really good about taking care of business. I know how to I can clean grouting with the best of them,
It's
that's how she got that job. Yeah.
He's another example of a man who didn't really care for Star Wars, from what I understand. He wasn't a fan per se of the work, but no one's going to argue that his performance isn't brilliant. And if you can bring it as an actor, doesn't matter what how you feel about the product, just do your job, right?
Yeah.
And
Harrison Ford hates
right again.
Harrison Ford hates Han Solo,
and he's a
wanted him
freaking
dead in
icon.
Yeah.
But
was that a
Isn't it good and
man?
bad?
Was
Huh?
Green Person a man?
No,
No.
that's no.
Okay, I was gonna say
That's Leslie Headland's
shit.
it's a
wife.
day
Oh,
job.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
man, I was
tagline.
like, good lord. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Giant
You have one
quotation
more
marks.
image. Mo, did you look at Predator?
Oh yes, I did.
Oh, I
yes,
apologize,
it's up.
Pat, but you got to see this.
It took me a second. I'm like, is this? I don't think it's. And okay,
I don't know
so
if it's real.
I by trade I am a graphic designer. I've been doing it professionally for
Might be a
17
little bit
years, but I've been doing it longer than that. And I had to look at this, and I'm like, there's no way. But all of the hallmarks are in there. This is a real picture, people. I'm about to share with you. All right. If you have any rats in your house, put your computer or your phone on the floor because I'm about to help you out here. So, oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no! Wait. Isn't she on the thumbnail?
that's got to be fucking worked, right?
Yo!
No.
You got a
But here,
Lego head.
That's
I
worked.
thought I
It's
no
gotta be
Roblox.
no.
Dude,
Because
that's a
there's
fucking Lego head right there, dude. Holy shit.
I don't know
really
because I
Stop
don't
zooming
see,
in, dude.
I can't. Okay, so I'm looking for art. I'm looking for artifacts. I'm looking for things that give away that this. There's like the poor. Everything is that like this is.
That's a man.
Man.
Right?
I love
That's
it.
a dude, yo.
Look
love
at
the
the
title.
replies on that.
Even for a dude,
Twitter
that's
post.
like an odd.
I didn't know they made a
think
Harvey
as
Weinstein.
a guy
movie.
that would work.
More
Oh,
like
what's it
Joe.
Joe from Family
Too
Guy.
ugly to assault
Square.
Leslie Headland. I mean, we know why
Be
she
there, be
survived.
square.
We know why she got out of
That
Weinstein's
one's good.
office without being harmed.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that's scary.
This is the face of Star Wars right now, guys. This is where we are.
This got to be a Lego collab for sure, dude. Oh, look at that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
with
look,
the glasses painted on, and then I better his or her fucking hair pops off like the fucking Lego things too.
Oh,
Like,
and
oh my
at
god!
conferences and conventions, she walks out to like Huey Lewis in the News. It's hip to be square.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. These are hands.
We knew this show was fucked back when she did that interview where she said she was a fan of the Star Wars. Remember that interview? She said they asked her, "What was your favorite Star Wars movie?" She's like, "The Star Wars, all the Star Wars." Or something.
All the Star Wars, I love them all.
No fucking Star Wars fan has ever said that.
Yes.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to end there, right?
Yes, that was literally visual saltpeter. You're welcome, everybody. It was like a cold shower, but in visual form. I'm here to help. So it's whiskey dick if it was in pixelated form. So.
Oh my god. I would say Coke, Dick, but Coke is pretty enjoyable, so stop myself right there.
Yeah, you know, I'm more of a fan of Coke zero sugar and zero fentanyl. But oh man.
So where were we? We only got through like
dude,
so we have more topics.
So
Yeah.
no, but this is how bad it is. This is all I want to talk about. It's so bad. Well, definitely. Okay, so let's speed run, people. Let's speed run through the rest of the shit show. Okay,
jump to episode 2.
Well, let me speed run 1 in 2 minutes. Okay. Everybody's opinion. Everybody's opinion on the fucking the pocket lighter droid.
Pocket.
Oh, the
little what'd you
Handheld
call them? Yeah, those little phones that first came out, the first gaming phone that you had, and it flipped over. That's
It
what
was
I
the
call it.
N-Gage, yeah.
Yeah, the N-Gage.
Okay.
They're just trying to sell toys. I
Sidekick?
mean,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
that's
like a little
okay.
square droid and the head pops up.
The pilot seats that are actually droids.
thought that was interesting. I actually think that was kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, me too.
It
makes sense.
But it's like, you know, what about pilots? I don't know.
Why do they have to? Why do they have to go back into being seats? Why can't they just stay at?
It's an efficient way of using space, I guess.
No, it's not.
Unaccompanied prisoner. That's supposed to be dangerous on a ship. OSHA.
That was just a plot. I
mean,
mean,
OSHA herself. Yeah.
Well, that's an OSHA violation right there.
Yeah, I wish.
We was waiting.
The whole show was a freaking violation.
Hey, to be fair, it's not like that hasn't happened in real life before, so I guess
that's probably how she
there's some
turned out that
resemblance
way.
to fucking real life.
ask Epstein about that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was it? Okay, we had the fire in space. I can't even remember the rest of the episode. Okay, episode 2. So in 2 minutes, we got through it.
Brain is trying to suppress the trauma, bro.
It's so unremarkable. I can't remember it.
She strapped herself to one of those seats and rode into the crash all the way down without getting hurt whatsoever.
Well,
I remember
that
part.
does kind of happen in Star Wars. Like when Luke would crash his snow speeder, he would crash like full speed and go, ugh. You know, like the crashes were kind of like he crashed into Dagobah and be like, like
it would have been so much cooler if she walked up to the pilot seat and not even knowing what to do, just pull back on the controls or something, just so that because like it was did the spaceship know to try to crash land softly or like it, I don't know, it seemed weird.
The whole thing was just no. Once again, some decent ideas, but they didn't know what to do with them. Somebody had a good idea and they're like, "That's a great idea." I'm Leslie.
We skipped over this. The only two.
Is that
white
why Luke
people that were in the
Skywalker's
show.
voting for Biden?
Oh yeah, the prisoner that took the last.
Well, him.
But
and the
yeah,
other,
of course, it had to
the
be a
other
white
person.
guy. You know,
I
because
just
white
realized
Weird
that.
too. There's another whitey.
I felt more represented in the jail scene. So
And they were cowards too.
I'm having trouble remembering because the rest of it's just so bad. I blocked
It
out like a
pretty much
bad
ends
childhood
there,
memory.
right?
I think
No, the Jedi's go and look for her, and they find her, and they're like, "Did you murder the fucking Jedi?" And she's like, "No." And then
she backs up.
You're free to go.
then they're like, "Okay, well, your sister's alive. Let's go find her." And then they try to go find her. And then episode 2 is that.
Episode 2. Random younger versions of the people like it was okay. Can we skip right to the part that stuck out to me that I think erased all the rest of the other episodes was that floating twink with the pasted on beard.
Oh. Yes.
Holy
Mhm.
shit!
Corbin,
Son.
right?
I was like, what?
Yeah, Jedi Master White.
Let me see if I can do it. He was just like.
His hair is like,
like hair doesn't grow like that. Do you understand? Like this will naturally go back down in a few minutes. He's got like
a giant widow's
the
peak.
Force, dude.
How do you know the idea was that he was
meditating for 10 years.
Right. Supposedly he had been there for 10 years. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's roll with this because this is.
Well, they said he hadn't spoken for 10 years.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, they hadn't spoken, but still, it's just like.
I thought it was an interesting idea, right? Like the idea of like super Zen or whatever the fuck he was trying to do, right? But the payoff is that he kills himself. And
they never just like pushed him out of the middle of a big room and like into a closet somewhere. If you're not gonna move, we can use this. We can decorate it, do some training in here.
You're kind of in the way.
There was so much wrong with that fucking scene in general. I mean, she got the engineer girl. What's her name again? Osha. She got to the room with the monk before the rest of the guys did. Weren't they all heading to that room anyway? I didn't understand.
Yeah, she went some way around. Oh, because she saw another vision of her sister.
Okay,
which also I don't remember the Force ever doing that before. But
were they not taking?
Well, they're a dyad, surely.
Were they not being a dyad? Oh no!
Wait, Nagano, you didn't see Rise of Skywalker?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. Well, Ray and Kylo Ren they became a dyad in the Force. It's a new thing.
They were doing it in Last Jedi, where like they were touching each other's wet fingers, and that's going to happen when two lesbians.
Is dyad like a Star Wars word for lesbians or dyke?
No,
it's like triad or tetrad. Dyad means two.
Kylo Ren would have to be a woman for that,
like,
but he's close.
Two, but one. So they were like both one with the Force, which is just it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's like
they'll try to pull that same shit that Luke was doing to Leia after he lost his hand in Cloud City. Like he called out through the Force and she heard him. I know it's way different, but that's the reasoning that they're trying.
What are you going to say there, Vidal?
I just feel like I missed something when it came to that whole scene. But the thing is, I just felt the minute the guy woke up, right? The idea is that she gave him the choice to either confess some crimes or some shit to the Jedi or kill yourself or get my forgiveness, right? Or something like that. And she gave him the poison. And as soon
when
as
he woke up, he said he had been waiting for her.
People fought back harder
that she was
during
gonna
the
come with
Jonestown.
It just pissed me off because I knew right there the story is that she is justified in her bullshit and the Jedi are the bad guys. I mean, we're going there. The Jedi are the evil force in this movie or this show. And it's just like, I mean, Leslie Headland kind of said she would blur the lines between the Jedi and the darkness and all that shit, but to see it played out like this, of course, it had to be the white guy.
Well, remember, Anakin blew up the Death Star
and killed himself.
Yes, let's not forget.
I mean, I don't have a problem with per se with that. It's the more so how they go about it. Like you can do it, you can do it in the right way, but this is not the way to go about it.
We always see this story, man. Starfleet is the bad guy. The Jedi Order is the bad. Every institution we've ever come to love as fans is the bad guy in every fucking modern story.
Well, I mean, the Jedi were bad in even the prequels, but I'm not saying. I'm just saying that you're right. That's what they're going with. There's a way to go about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas showed respect to the Jedi Order.
Exactly. There's a more nuanced way to do it.
But here's the thing: they are good, well-meaning people. But when you are an ideological, square-faced lesbo like freaking Leslie Headland and all the people that surround her, that's why all of our movies stink. That's why you have WandaVision where she just held a whole town hostage. These people don't have morals. There's a reason why societal norms and mores exist, and they're trying to make what they do okay and acceptable, which it never will be. They try, and now we're pushing back. I wouldn't be on this show if I wasn't tired of the shit.
Yeah,
but
Star Wars has always had clear.
you had the way you tell a story of moral and of redemption, of struggle and things like that is if you have a strong moral center and you are able to tell a story. These people don't have it. They're ideological, useful idiots, and they're talentless. And the only thing they have are identity, and that's the only thing that Hollywood and everybody else cares about. And they can have it. I'm tired of it. Like, there's literally better fan fiction out there. There's all these EU books that we can read. There's video games that you can play that have better plots. Play like Jedi Outcast or something like that. You know, play something from 20 years ago. There's so much of a backlog of way better material that they don't understand that we don't care. We care to talk about it. We'll dunk on you. You're all ugly, talentless, freaking. Oh man, I wish I could use the word I really wanted to.
What is it?
We're not monetized yet.
No, I know, but I got to make sure that I'm in the right mind. Let's put it this way: there's an old joke, like, what's the difference between a Trisket and a lesbian? Well, we'll just call them Triskets. That'll be the name on the show. By the way, you guys know you know the joke, right?
Like the cracker.
One's a snack. What's the difference between a Trisket and a lesbian? One's a snack cracker. The other one's a crack. Snack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna call them Triskets. So anytime I refer to Triskets, that's what I'm talking about. So these Triskets,
Triscuits is a very gay sounding word. I don't want.
It is. It is. Let's go.
I think that was the point.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a Risket for a Trisket.
Brisket for a Trisket.
Where you at? But yeah, no, these Triskets, I'm so sick and tired of this. I've had to deal with their bull crap. They've put a stop on my career for about a year and a half, and it really pissed me off, which is why I'm so animated about it. Having to deal with all their stupid crap. Like, seriously, 5 years ago, and people were talking about this earlier, like, people are tired of it. I think Chris Gore was talking about it. People are like, no, it was the quartering. It's basically like, I was one of those people, I'm like, hey, live and let live. Now I'm like, nah, nope, you've drawn the line. Now it's time to fight back. We're done. We're done with this. You creeps.
Live and let live is what got us here, man. They took advantage of our compassion and our tolerance, right? We kind of just we just let them microdose us to death. And now we're at this point where people are waking up. And hopefully it's not too late to fight back, but I honestly think it's too late to save any of these brands.
Yep,
and
let them fail.
I've let them go. I'm comfortable with letting them go. Like I said, I wasn't even going to watch Acolyte until I heard we were going to talk about it here, and now I regret that because it's an hour I won't get back.
So I kind of have a stoner take on this.
Hour and a half, by the way. Hour and a half.
So I have a stoner take on this. Like, what if they made this show so bad so that people talk about it, man? Like, you know what I mean? That's what it seems like. It's like the show's so fucking bad. It's like that's the whole reason they did it. It's to have people like us fucking talk about it and give them coverage on it and shit.
Yeah, but guess who's gonna make?
Tried to use that excuse.
That was the plot of She-Hulk.
I was about to say. They tried to use that shit with She-Hulk.
You know what the irony is, guys?
All of this, they think. Again, we said it earlier. I don't think it's about getting renowned success. I think for them, the idea that they have an ideology to defend and an enemy that is that they're trying to defeat. They see this as victory because we're mad, because we're upset, or we're whatever. Like, that's
they're dunking on us. They're dunking on us. Yeah.
Their mission was accomplished, even if anybody with a fucking brain can see it's trash.
Well, I don't get upset anymore.
Propaganda.
Oh no, I get passionate. I want people to understand that I am passionate about good storytelling. Not so much Star Wars anymore. It's a lost cause. But you know what? You know who's going to make money off this? We are people. Everybody on this panel we're going to be monetized at some point, and in due part because the Acolyte has given us so much to talk about. We just shot through an hour and a half.
Can't wait till episode.
I usually kind of try to pick my brain and try to say, okay, where should we take the conversation? We just coasted, spurging about this awful shit show of a skin suit of a
episode 2.
Yes, Isaac has it right. But you know what? Our watch hours are going to be up after this. We've had 30 or more viewers, which, by the way, thank you everybody for watching.
That's amazing.
I mean, this is
awesome.
passionate.
Thank you.
Seriously, we love doing this. We're not we're interested in being monetized because it's a goal. Like, it's not something that we're like, we're not going to dark side fill this motherfucker. All right. All we want to do is just have fun, and we hope other people have fun. And when if we hit monetization, it's because you guys are enjoying what we do. That's all we care about. That's literally all we care about, because authenticity is something that's massively missing from many spaces that we used to love. And that's all we're trying to bring you.
And I also want a green Lambo and hookers.
There you go. Well, of course, and more food. He just needs to feed. He just needs to fill his pantry. This dude's hungry.
With the way this man eats, he needs monetization, man. He needs it now.
Thank you, Weasel. Much appreciated. Of course, I poured my heart out and said that we lost like 5 viewers. So whatever. Fuck that.
I do feel bad if I contributed to the kind of chaos of this conversation today, because we kind of jumped all over the place, but like I said, I came in hot today, man.
We're all hot. Yeah, no,
that's
but
way,
it was good.
We're about
best way to come in.
Exactly what we do.
Yeah,
it's just a hangout session.
It's controlled chaos, but we do it way better than Leslie Headland and her Trisket wife.
We're gonna make Trisket a thing, man.
I love how it's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. Love it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of other filthy jokes I learned from my dad. So that's one of many that we can probably work in here. That's one of my dad's. Okay, so I gotta, since Father's Day's coming up, I gotta throw a big one up to the guy who basically invented my name, Mo Zamboni. It was because we were playing a game and he just couldn't care to finish it. He was trying to get us to guess Mozambique. He's like, Mo Zamboni, whatever, close enough. And I'm like, that's my name. But anyways, what he said was he would never use the word, he would never use the F slur or anything like that. He kind of would, but he couldn't say it in certain settings. So he would use the word winky tink, which I think is a much better word. So that's what I'm going to call the other side. We have the Triscuits and we have the winky tinks. So that was one.
They
winky
kind of
tink, that is
adopted
it.
that with Twink. Like that's
winky
gay
tink
dudes
is somebody
call
that just is like it's such a
God,
it's
that
like
sounds really gay.
It sounds like way gayer than a bundle of sticks or anything like that. Like so let's make that Trisket and winky tink. We need some lore based winky tink. That's what they are. They're just like, oh, you need to respect my pronouns. I'm like, you winky tink. Like, you just like, I'm not even going to call you what you want me to call you. I want to call you something that sounds as weak and stupid as you are.
And
so
that brings up a good point too. If we do attack them with the vitriol, we might want to fit their way. They win. They see that as a win because they get to go, look, see, I'm being attacked. I'm the victim. They put out those statements about harassment before the fucking show's even out. They're ready. Yep. They wanted it. They wanted this shit.
That's exactly what I was saying. They were already getting ahead of it, calling people whatever.
They always do.
Right. Leslie Headland came out and said, "You're big. We don't accept bigots." They're playing the same playbook they've been playing since what was it? Last Jedi, right? Yeah. So
they haven't been hurt enough from us not watching. So
not enough. I think they still make too much money. The company itself, they got too much of a safety net, and until that
won't change because of the parks.
Yeah, as long as the parks are a thing and they're making bank like that, they got too much of a safety net. But that's not to say we shouldn't keep fighting. I think speak with your wallets.
No, yeah,
has a lot of validity, man. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Which will be a lot easier because I don't know if you guys saw the update they did to Splash Mountain.
Oh God, the Bayou or whatever.
Yeah, this Bayou.
Oh, did they make it like
breaks down every
Splash Mountain?
But it's so boring and stupid looking. They literally part of the ride is their celery. Celery, people.
Why not cotton?
Well, they do have okra, so they do kind of like they get there. So so anyway, I think we spent more than enough time talking about the Acolyte.
I just want to bring up one more thing about the show.
It only deserves the attention so as far as we can grift it. In which case, I want you got to. There you go. But see, Nagranol, he is a Vulcan. He knows.
Let Nagranol put in one final thought.
I was just gonna say, I like how they like when she had the flashback with her sister. Her sister literally said, "I'm your sister." Like you couldn't fucking tell that they were twins.
Once again, they think we're as stupid as they are. They don't understand that people understand nuance and can pick up on things.
She just had
no, you can't be my sister.
Oh man,
and their moms, multiple.
These people went to school for this, presumably, right? We assume that they had an
that's
education
yeah.
guiding. And somebody graduated these people. Somebody said, "Hey, go for it, shoot for the stars." I don't understand this. Like, how are we here with Star Wars, man? How? It's like I think the worst. I long for the days where the fight was the prequels versus the OT trilogy, because at least both sides were bringing credibility. You know, now there's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
What was the line the guy said? That there was a direct quote from Obi-Wan, the Cheeto hair guy. He said something. It was literally a direct quote from Obi-Wan.
And in that same sentence, maybe it was one sentence later, he said, "I got a bad feeling about this." Stealing that.
Maybe that was it.
New Hope. But technically, Star Wars later renamed to A New Hope.
Star Wars referencing itself now. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Oh, then there was the cliff scene. There was the cliff scene that you guys were saying was from another movie. It was like all sorts of stuff that was just ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to work it in there naturally.
Such a predictable moment too. Is like she's standing on the cliff of the edge of the cliff face. Is like, she'll probably slip, and lo and behold, yep, she fucking slips.
I hate this.
So
it's only, how many episodes of this are we supposed to get? Like this felt like the longest fucking show ever.
They're not even that long. I don't think they're not even.
Somebody was saying $22 million an episode or something.
22.5. That was thank you to
having.
I think it was Isaac. I apologize if it wasn't. I think it was Isaac adjacent if it wasn't.
Isaac
adjacent
in that area.
It was just JK.
Oh no, that's an unfortunate pause for Vidal SuperNinja.
Oh
no!
Oh, G.
Save that man.
Save that man.
Looked like you was eating some Yo Pop's food there for a sec.
Waiting for Yo Pops to feed him.
Yo Pop's food, like some sort of chicken that just eats feed all the time or some shit.
Dude, all the foods you eat are shaped like dicks.
That's all you can get.
You know a better way to eat fucking string cheese? You let me know.
You got to eat it the long way.
How many of them did you eat?
2, and then I think maybe 2 or 3 before that. It's free food, man. Free food at the office.
A lot of cheese.
Well, okay, I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, actually, I take back everything I said.
I mean, that's probably how that Jedi got so big. They just kept bringing stuff over, like blue milk and tauntauns. It's just, okay. Just going right for the hard one.
Dogs and cats, this fucking guy.
Hey, yo.
Dude, I swear, X-Ray Girl, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she posted the most funny picture where it was just like her
maybe
dinner,
Danky, maybe.
I think I remember seeing that.
Might have been one of her dogs, actually.
Oh man. Well, hey, there he is.
We're back.
Hey.
Yeah, I just had
technical difficulties.
I had the glory hole intro fucking frozen.
Yeah, I was. Well,
we made a few jokes while you were gone.
Oh, I knew it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, it's okay. It's about me.
Yeah, we were aiming at you, but Yo Pop got caught in the crossfire.
We lost our diversity, so we just went right to the next target. So
yeah. Always happy to be so we've an ESG score, you know.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. Let's get that up there. Let's get the ESG money.
Get it.
So we've talked. Yeah, I think we've. Does anybody have anything else they need to say about this horrible atrocity that is Acolyte?
I can't wait for next week.
Me neither.
Yeah, I actually want to see that episode just because it sounds.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. It's a train wreck. Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes funerals are fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
I'll just let that one sit there for a while.
I could have fun talking about it. I think I had more fun yelling it.
You got to join our Discord.
Dude, it is a cluster. Our Discord is amazing, anyways. When you drop the link to that in there, we when the watch parties happen, they are
our normal watch
vitriolic
parties
and wonderful.
Are like muted, but when it's a show that we don't care about, then you can just go in on it.
So now that we've covered all that is awful in the universe at the moment, Vidal, I guess this is like really late intro, but I'd love to know more about what you do. I'm interested in what you're talking about with fight choreography, but like, what do you do? What's your channel all about? Like, what's background, the whole shebang?
Well, the Super Ninja name comes from doing stunt work. I'm a fight choreographer, so I took the fight scenes very seriously anytime I'm watching an action, especially Star Wars. And these people were talking about topping the Phantom Menace duels, which, I mean, no. There's nothing in here that even suggests that they could come close to what they did with Phantom Menace. Those are a masterpiece of fight choreography. And those are the kinds of scenes I aspire to do. And unfortunately, having been in the Hollywood system for so long, I got burnt out and I had to walk away from it, man, because it's infiltrated at every level. It doesn't matter if you're on a big production. I've worked for NBC, I've worked for Netflix, I've worked for Fox, and it's all the same behind the scenes. Everything. It's all corrosive. It's all been like infiltrated by the virus, and I had to get out. So yeah, I've been pursuing independent films and trying to join independent action cinema, directors and small players, because I believe the future is in independent film right now. Independent entertainment in general, YouTube included. I just think the big companies have failed us on every level, and the success of YouTubers and the growth of communities like this are proof of that. People are pissed. People are fed up. And I think we all need to make our own entertainment now.
That's a good question. Have you hit up Epic first yet?
Yes, actually.
Oh, awesome.
I met
Great
up.
question, Danky.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I met up with Mike and no, just scratch that. Josiah was not there, but MegaCon Florida last, what was it, February, I think it was. It just passed. I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Cool.
I got fucking hammered though. So. I tried to keep up with X-Ray Girl, and that didn't work out, man. She fucking took me, Brian Kennel, and the drinker out. We just could not hang, man. She won. She beat us. She made us look like fucking amateurs. But I got to speak to Mike. They're kind of neck deep right now in their project. They put out a trailer for it just fairly recently. They're putting some stuff together, but unfortunately, I'm dealing with an injury right now, and I'm actually recovering from a torn shoulder, rotator cuff injury, actually, like a torn shoulder. And but once I get healed, I'm planning on going out and working with other YouTubers like the Epic Verse and Ripa, Eric July. I got to meet him while I was at MegaCon as well. They're doing a lot more of the live action stuff. I'm not going to say anything about what's cooking or what's ruined. I'm not allowed. Nobody is. So
NDA.
Yeah. I didn't sign anything. This is a sworn to secrecy verbal thing. I just respect what they're trying to do, and it's exciting, man, because like, guys like Eric July and Epic Mike, they're putting their fucking money where their mouth is, right? They're saying, you know what, we're sick of this shit. We're done with being told what entertainment's supposed to be. We're gonna do it our own way, and I see it this way. I'd rather fucking crash and burn trying to swing for the fences with these guys than guarantee my money with Netflix or NBC or Disney or any of these other fucking companies. I've worked for them all. They're all the same. What you see on screen is exactly what you expect to see behind the scenes. It's a horrible environment. If you don't think the way they do, if you're not one of them, you're like, even with my diversity points, right? I'm a culturally, like, I'm a mixed bag, right? Racially ambiguous. I got a fucking thick ass New York accent, and these people.
You're disabled too. Don't sell yourself short. You have a torn rotator cuff.
I might be retarded, so it's like I should get all these points, but
you're amongst friends.
They don't care about that. It's never really about that. It's always about who's towing the line. And if you even oppose their ideas, I'm sure there was someone in the Star Wars boardroom meetings when they were doing the pitches and shit who might have said, hey, maybe we should try this. And they were like, get the fuck out of here, you bigot. And that was It's the way it is, man. It's horrible. And it's from the top down, man. Even the fucking like PAs are like that. Like just weirdos and freaks. And all they want to do is talk about the same shit we're seeing on the screen. Like it's terrible.
I do have to say something. The man above you did take care of one PA, so there's one less one to worry about. But he don't miss.
As a stunt man, that is a story that was pretty was prominent in our circle. Like how the fuck did that happen? Because that kind of thing shouldn't be happening.
He did it.
But
that's your problem. Damn it. I'm still getting used to that.
But hey, man, you could shoot somebody in the fucking face and get a reality TV show now. So maybe I mean, like, I guess as long as you're a celebrity, you get away with anything, man.
I was at a gun safety course before we were going to open up a machine gun range when that happened, and we talked about it during the meeting.
That's insane. It's insane that he's not in prison. And I think if he were, let's say, a Trump advocate, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
Oh, dude, he would have been on the electric chair by now.
Yeah. They would have threw him out before they got to the girl, right? But they've been trying to push this thing back. I mean, if that isn't leftist privilege, I don't know what the fuck is, because he's been, the Trump parody guy for the longest. So they're trying to protect Baldwin at all costs. But
now he gets his own reality show.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, his fingers are pretty good co-hosts, so there are some redeeming qualities. So
it's just
his anus can get lost, but that's another account that's out.
Well, you created the anus.
I did not. Look. There's way more lore and artistic merit in that picture I made than all of what we just talked about for the last hour and a half. So that's all I got to say about that. My picture of an asshole is better than all the other assholes at Disney. So.
Yeah, I was saying, like, when it first happened, I was saying if anybody else, like normal person, anybody that's not a celebrity, did that, you'd be in jail.
Manslaughter or something.
Hands up, no.
Guys are in jail for less, and especially I'm in New York, so we got a crazy fucked up justice system here.
I had
Daniel Penny,
yeah, and it's like people wonder why New York's a fucking lawless place now, and I see it all the time. It's like,
they don't prosecute actual criminals. They don't even arrest them in most cases, and then they charge Trump with the 36 felonies, 37 felonies for his lawyer giving another person hush money.
Yeah, David, I'm in California, so I know how that story goes, man. So I feel you know, man.
Condolences, my friend. I think I'm only here. Let me just say, I'm only here because I got family here. I'm taking care of my mom and grandmother who don't live too far from here, and I'm the only sibling available. I was the last to leave.
Yeah,
I got stuck with the job, and I'm just like, fuck, I hate this place.
I live in a red state, but it's the same reason. I'm here to kind of be. There's nothing wrong with my mom per se, but it's just I want to be the family member. Well, I mean, she gave birth to me, so obviously she's done some wrong in the world. But,
good save.
I'm just saying. But yeah, man, that's awesome. And I have to ask, because we're talking about it backstage. I don't know how many people in the chat. Well, I know how many people in the chat are Chrissy Mayer fans. I would say pretty much all of them. If you're not, you need to go check her out. She is hilarious. She is the type of comedian we need. She pisses off liberals. They tip her stuff over all the time. They pepper spray her.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Chrissy gets canceled. Like, we were making fun of her after a while because like every month she's in the newspaper for some kind of cancellation. We were like, hey man, you're doing the right thing. You're winning. If you keep getting in the news for pissing one group or another off, you're winning.
Yep, and she's awesome because she, unlike most comics nowadays, she knows how to bomb. Like, she'll just throw one out there, and if it stinks, she just goes right through it. She doesn't get mad or anything. And that brings me to my next question. I still am a huge Opie and Anthony fan, mostly Anthony Cumia, because heavy lifting, him and Jimmy Norton. But yeah, so I don't know how many O&A fans. I really hope there's a few out there because I know we're 10 years away from when their show got taken off the air. So it's like, I know we're starting to get in that time where they're starting to kind of leave the public knowledge, and that makes me sad. But Anthony Cumia is probably one of the most naturally funny people on the face of the earth, and I hear tell that you know him.
Anthony Cumia is everything Howard Stern wishes he was. Howard Stern used to have a pair of balls back in the day, and I was a huge fucking fan. I mean, I'm a New Yorker, so I took pride in the fact that this was one of us, right? And you know, back then less so Anthony, funny enough, but eventually I came to realize Anthony was the truth, and Howard got paid off, and he hasn't been the same for a while now. He you know, the fucking satellite radio deal will do that to you, and it only got worse from there. But he lost me when 2020 came around, and he started pushing the vax and everything. So it was like we lost Howard Stern, but let me tell you, Anthony Cumia is still 100% authentic. I mean, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but he doesn't give a fuck. You either take it or leave it. But he's real, man. He's probably one of the very few like last true like authentic fucking comics out there. He'll be completely real with you. And Chrissy is I don't say they're connected in that way. I think that's their connection. Chrissy is
totally
authentic as well. She's not going to pull any punches. Like you said, she'll bomb and she'll just keep it moving. She'll say whatever the fuck is on her mind. She's lost.
I did call you that. That's true.
She's lost like gigs. She's had people shut down venues, stuff like that. People calling in fucking bomb threats when they know she's performing at a venue and shit like that. But it's this weird like woke mob kind of shit. They hate her. They hate her guts.
That means you're catching most flack when you're over the target, baby. So
it's crazy. They say they love women. They want strong women, and that's all good until the woman says something you don't like, and then you gotta cancel her.
Now they want their women with dick and balls. That's what they want. And I mean, I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally.
This is true. Isaac's spitting the truth right here.
And I don't even like female comics. I told Chrissy that. I said, Chrissy, I think women are not. I don't think most women are funny.
No,
I don't
know.
Buddy.
Do you remember the HBO comic specials? You'd get like George Carlin. You'd get all these great comics, and then you'd watch like Judy Gold and stuff like that. And the first part would be she'd have 15 minutes of okay material, and then it's all about Triscuits and all that stuff. You know, it's all about Triscuits. And I love, you know, like it's just like, and you're just like, even in the 90s, I'm like, enough. I don't care. Like you have nothing to bring. It's like you get 2 laugh breaks and the rest are clap breaks, and that's all everybody cares about. It's like,
that's the problem with comedy in general right now. Everybody's they're all female comics. Applause. It's not for the laugh anymore. It's for the political talking points, and especially here in New York. Good Lord, it fucking sucks.
That stinks, man.
Fuck, man.
Maybe it was Chrissy that was saying.
Chrissy
they don't go for the laughs; they go for the claps now.
Yeah. Dude, okay.
Open mics are the worst because every up and comer wants to stand out, and so they immediately start off with like, "Oh, here's something topical. I just thought about it." It's like, no, you didn't. This is a talking point you saw on Trevor Noah 2 hours ago.
Right. Yeah, I try to be what's the word, forgiving to open mic nights, right? Because it's somebody trying. Usually for the first time, or you know, just trying to find their way. Yeah, it sucks, but a lot of the guys who come in are echoing talking points they heard on bigger platforms. But I mean, the same could be true of any entertainment, you know, like space. So,
but you know,
comedy's hard in New York, man, because you get, you know, I think Jerry Seinfeld said it very recently. You know, it's like it's kind of a dying art now. You can't really. It's an honest art. And in the age of lies, you can't be truthful. It is counterproductive to them. This is taboo, and it's like, well, a comedian's job is to be fucking to push the boundary, right? Let them do their thing.
But there are people starting to fight back. I've seen this guy. I can't remember his name right away. You probably know who this is, but I've seen a lot of his where he destroys hecklers. Which there's only one person, and I don't agree with how he's treating Anthony Cumia right now. But Bill Burr in Philadelphia. If you've not seen that, watch that video. It's great. Speaking of New York comics, if you want to know how it was 20 years ago, pull up some episodes of Tough Crowd. And that's where we were. That's what we've lost. We've lost some of the best, brightest, smartest comics in the entire world due to the stupid woke mind virus. But we'll come back. Lenny Bruce had to fight against Puritanism. when he was back in the day. We'll get there. But this is a step in the right direction. Oh, go ahead.
It's a pendulum. I agree. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. It'll come back. I believe we're on the swing back right now. I feel like it's suddenly safe for, and I think this is also very important for us to do. We have to call out these motherfuckers who realize it's getting safe, because we have to remember who was throwing us all under the bus when we were fighting all this bullshit. You know, we can't just let these, like Bill Maher, right? He's a fucking snake to me.
Oh,
I feel like, I love the guy. I used to love the guy, but I seen his true colors now, man. He started to feel out the fucking, you know, like the shift in the attitudes of the people, and now he's starting to toe the line a little more in that direction.
I'm the opposite side of that. You got
like fucking Fredo. I know Fredo. Which Cuomo is it?
Cuomo.
The fucking CNN Cuomo. Chris Cuomo. Now you know. I know he's not a comedian, but
he backpedaled.
And he's all talking like, "Oh no, we didn't know what was going on." It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You were the first one to, you know, tell people to take the jab, and then you were talking shit on people, like, you know, like essentially calling people subhuman for not taking it. And now you're like, "Oh no, I'm on the PBD podcast, and no, I was totally with you guys." Get the fuck out of here, man.
Him and John Lemon had a lot of shit to say about people who weren't taking
the thing with those kind of people is they go where the wind blows. They have no stance.
No, he blows all right. He fucking blows.
So then you got like Pierce Morgan, who is kind of going the opposite way now.
He's still, I was gonna say he's just British. He's just worthless in and of itself. Sorry, guys, but they just stink. There's a reason we broke off from him about 250 years ago. So, all right. So this guy, you probably know his name. I can't remember his name. I knew it for a while, but I can't remember it. Oh, he's gone. Oh no. I'll wait for him to come back here. But yeah, I've seen this guy a few times just wreck people that just hecklers are the worst. I like the comics where they just jump into the crowd and just throw hands. Those are my favorite. Like they don't even joke about it. They're just like, all right, we're done. But
while we're waiting for Vidal to get back, I wanted to tell a story. I went to the F&T meetup in Vegas 2 years ago and went to Chrissy Mayer's comedy bit that was after. I think it was on Sunday, and she started picking on people in the crowd, and 90% of the people in the room were, you know, from the fellowship, and she would, you know how like comedians are like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" And someone's like, "I'm a garbage man," and then they get made fun of. Well, Chrissy kept calling on different fellowship, and they were like, "Oh, I'm an engineer. Oh, I'm a mechanical engineer," you know. The joke is that half of the fellowship is engineers, and she couldn't make fun of it. She's like, "Man, all you guys have your shit together, don't you?"
Yeah, I kind of remember.
Christy's crowd work is fucking excellent, man. I've seen her work rooms like a master of the art, man. She's like you said earlier, she's not afraid to bomb, man. She'll swing for the fences every time. If you ever see Chrissy's name on a bill at any show, at any town you're at, just go. Trust me, you won't be disappointed, guys. She's good.
It was really good, yeah.
Yep. You just prune that tree. You just put out stuff and just let it fly. And if it doesn't work, you just sit there, feel that flop sweat and move on to the next one. You just can't. Yeah, that's one thing I learned from Opie and Anthony, baby, or Jim Norton. Embrace the bomb.
Especially Opie.
Yeah, Opie was the Robin Quivers of that show.
Yes.
Yeah, Troy Bond.
Say what?
Is this guy's name? Troy.
Oh yeah.
Bond.
This guy. I love. He is pretty funny. So yeah, let me play
I've seen him. I've not met this guy, but I've seen his work. He's funny. Yeah,
he is funny. He does, and he has like good faith opinions. Like he'll say something you might not agree with, but he's not being like a lefty. He's just like, yeah, this is what I think. Like you have people like It's a Gundam. I don't agree with some of his political stuff, but he's hilarious. So, but yeah, let's watch this.
Have a pink jacket?
Yeah, no, I was making fun of you because you were obnoxious. I don't give a fuck about your pink jacket.
like spider on your shirt?
It's Spider-Man! Hyphen!
Hyphen!
With great power comes great responsibility. With pink blazer comes annoying cunts. I learned that from Uncle Ben. Yeah, don't try to jump in, Robin. I got it. At what? No, it's the black Spider-Man suit that was created in 1988 when Secret Wars came out, and Venom wasn't a thing until 1991 When Todd McFarlane created the character. Don't ever attack a nerd. We will come back to school with a trench coat and an AK-47, bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'm Troy Bond. Good night.
Yeah, that's good.
That music at the end.
Yeah, that's good.
Spider-Man music at the
I
end.
just noticed that. Yeah.
That's good, man. Quick wit, man. He was sharp and he was ready to counter, man. You love that's what I love seeing, man. People sharp on their feet. It's an art form, man. Comedy. I don't consider myself a comedian. I'm fortunate enough to hang out with them. I don't say I'm a comedian because I feel like that comes with such a respect from me. Like I feel like when you say comedian, I think Chappelle, Carlin, you know, the greats, right? And I can't fuck with that. I can't even come close to that level of greatness. And we have to do the best we can to keep people laughing out there, man. People are tight asses these days. It's sad. Gay, yeah.
Wars. Hey.
Dude, there's
Not tonight,
Troy
Lawrence.
Bond. Troy Bond got some other clips I've seen, and it's funny as hell. There's one where like some girl accuses him of racist jokes, and he was just like, "Oh, what?" He's like, "I got like 5 more loaded in the chamber," and he's just like ready to fucking go, man. The guy's
dude.
funny
His dad is black, and he called him. And he's like, "Am I allowed to make these jokes?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" Like, but he like turned the logic upside down. But yeah, dude, I have a lot of respect for Chrissy Mary. Like, she is one of the few funny. Like Bonnie McFarlane she was all right. She was like better on her feet. Like, I love Jim Norton, but he's more of on the show. He was way more funny when he would just riff and he'd do like Chip Chipperson and all that stuff. And when he does his stand up, it's a bit hacky. Which is why I loved Patrice O'Neill. Every time Jim tried to get a big head, Patrice is like, you were hacky yesterday. Shut up. You know, that's why oh, go ahead.
I've not had the pleasure to meet Patrice O'Neill, but Anthony talks about this guy every like he's still with us, you know what I mean? He loved that guy, you know, and it's a shame we lost him because he was another one of like the real fucking comedians out there.
Yeah,
you know, like he said whatever it took to get the laugh. Like, that was Patrice. And yeah, and if I always like, I look to Anthony as like his opinion has a lot of weight to it. If he thinks you real because you're authentic, you know, it says a lot about your character, because he's a very harsh critic. If you're not honest, if you're a bullshitter, if you're phony, he will destroy you. They like that is the way he is.
Yeah, he hates that stuff. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the one? It was I think it was on Opie and Anthony, and
I saw
Patrice
his sit
was
down
there.
routine, Danky.
Patrice and Louis C.K. were on, and it's on YouTube, and it's really funny. It's I think it's titled "The Origin of the N-Word." But like Patrice starts off like, I don't know, they're talking about like where the slur for like Jew came from.
No, he's like, it's a feeling. It was a feeling. Louis C.K. is just like, somebody just said it because it was, and he's like, and Patrice was like, it's a feeling.
Yeah, no, you have to watch it. You have to watch it because it was just like, they're just literally like, because like Patrice, he was getting a little too like not pretentious. Pretentious might not be the right word, but like, you know, and then Louis C.K. just goes right on there, and then you just like, you think it's gonna be like, not uppity, but no, not that, but it's like he's getting a little like smart with like the joke, and then Louis C.K. just comes out of left field. You know, you're expecting a like actual explanation or something. It's like, nope, just watch it. If no one has watched it, fucking watch it. It's one of the great like segments of that show, man. Oh my god,
we need comedians like that, man. I feel like we're playing it safe. I mean, for obvious reasons, but like these days we need more comedians like those guys. Unfortunately, not everybody could be fucking Chappelle, you know, but even Chappelle got canceled, or they try to cancel him, right? But it's just hard. It's getting harder and harder for comedians to do it. Now, I think, again, the pendulum's swinging, so it's safer. But I think it's very important to remember who was keeping it real through all this shit. Like, it was very, we can't just let these motherfuckers who allowed us to get stomped out for the past 4 fucking years to just come back and, well, it's all good now. Let's all make woke jokes now. Everybody's doing it. It's the funny thing to do. It's you. That's your audience. You've been You didn't have, these are the same guys who were throwing us all under the bus when the vaccine was coming out and and all this shit, the lockdowns, we're killing our grandmothers and all that. No forgiveness, man. Fuck that. They were just
no amnesty. We're coming for you.
That's the thing about comedy is you have to be smart. You really do have to be a smart, quick-witted person. And I think these so-called comedians that are, being propped up, they're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's what
they got a script. They got 10 writers.
Who's that fat Trisket? What's her name? The fat one that is
Amy
not funny at all.
Schumer?
No, well, no, not Miss Piggy.
You described like half the
one that the butch one, the butch one from Australia. Gabby, the one that Dave Chappelle keeps dunking on because she deserves it. But Nick DePaul called this stuff out 15 years ago. By the way, he had it right on the nose. He's like, they're trying to emasculate men, and he's like, yeah. He basically, if you listen to him, it sounds like he's talking about today. But he was like, yeah, dude, they're trying to make white men look stupid, and they're like, whatever. It's kind of like
a lot of guys were saying this shit, man. But we lost a lot of good people.
Hannah Gadsby, that's like it. Yep.
A lot of people were saying this shit was going on. It shows up on every TV show, every comedy show, right? The wife is sassy, smart, brilliant. The
husband's an idiot,
a doofus. Yep. Every husband is Homer Simpson, right? I mean,
Al Bundy,
Peter Griffin.
But he always
at least Al Bundy didn't put up with it. He was part of No Ma'am. He told his wife to shut up.
That's true. That's true.
No Ma'am. We need to. That needs
Married
to
with
come
Children
out.
was
it's the emasculation of society.
Yeah, Al Bundy was still allowed to be a man though. He went to the nudie bar. He got to.
That's right. You know what?
He put his hand in his pants.
Right, he got to own Marcy all the time. It wasn't like, Marcy comes in and just fucking like shits on him and then leaves. He gets the last word. He almost always got the last word on Marcy and slammed the door in her face every time. Like, that's a fucking man. Where are those father figures on TV right now? They don't exist.
Yep. In the advertisements too, and if you notice, like modern advertisements now, it's like it's the women coming to save the day. It's a guy that messed up, and the woman's got to come in and clean up the mess. And this is the product we're selling. Blah blah blah. So
every fucking, I feel like I swear I don't know if the algorithms are fucking with me or what, but I feel like every commercial I hear has a man who sounds like this, and he has to. We've got a lot of strong men and women here at this company that we're working for, and we're it's like, what the fuck? Where are the guys? Where are the men? What the fuck happened? Like we put so much corn in the food, man. We've killed the testosterone in this country.
I saw it coming 10 years ago, baby. I was working my last retail job. But I got called into the office because my voice was scary to one of my male coworkers. Not even kidding.
I'm scared of your voice.
Were you whispering in his ear?
I did tell him to take his pants down and take him like a man, But no, I was like literally, I was trying to like manage the other people. I'm like, hey, you need to get back, like, and I got called in. You're like, you scared, Nick.
Oh,
and I'm like, what do you want me to do? He's 5 feet tall.
It wasn't a girl.
No, it was a man. Well, man,
it was a guy that complained.
It was a guy. It was a guy that complained. Yeah,
that's insane.
Well,
Nick, if you're watching, you're gay.
That's right. I remember that. I'm like,
it off. It's.
Anyways, that was a flashback. I was too toxic. Yes, I am. Don't you? You saw what happened when you made fun of my internet, and look at my perfect stream right now. Everything is going well. It's perfect. I don't have to go get a hotspot. I don't have to wear tinfoil as a hat to help my reception. All right.
I am toxic. I wonder if we didn't get the whole story about Nick.
About Nick?
Were you like talking really close to his ear, like from behind him, grabbing his shoulder type of thing?
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
You should have. I asked him if he had any French fried potatoes.
Potatoes.
I had it with them.
Got no gas.
Deliverance with
He's leaving out the whole prison rape scene. That was
His job was in prison, actually.
Yeah.
You the trustee.
I am. I've been taking HRTs for 11 years. You caught me. I actually sounded like this. Like, please be quiet. You're misgendering me. I don't even know what that is yet because it's 2013, but you're misgendering me. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. I got it.
You did that way too well.
You're misgendering me.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, I need to up my game with that shit.
Your air traffic controller, Yo Pops.
I know. I need the static. And
I told you not to share that, Isaac. Damn it. I was between you and me in confidence. I can't trust anybody in my chat. They're all pieces of shit. You're all Triscuits. So, all right. Well, we're just above 2 hours. That's usually what I would love to go longer, but I just can't. But because I'm too old, I've been destroyed by the chat. They've brought me down, beat me to a pulp. That's about all I can handle. I really am a winky tank. So
yeah, they're getting at you right now.
Yeah, I know.
They got
Tune in next week. Tune in next week, guys, for Mo prison stories from Mo Zamboni.
Nick's
So there I was in the corner of the stall, and Tyrone started making a hairy eyes at me, and I'm like,
Jesus Christ! Can someone end this?
That's fucking funny. Oh my god, that's awesome.
So when Hoodie's had enough, that's enough.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll go around the panel, and we'll end up with Vidal here. But ABF, what do you have coming up next?
Coming up next, I'll be in Dallas starting Friday, and
This whole top row, baby.
Yep, we'll be in Dallas hanging out. Hopefully, meet up with Hayden, Kreese, Cajun Corey is going to be there. There's probably a few others from our.
I think Project Taco is going to be there. You bigot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Risk It as well.
Just showed up in chat too.
Yeah, Risk It. That's right. And then doing my Monday stream talking about gaming. Should be back just in time to start planning that out for Monday night.
Absolutely, that'll be fun. That's a good one. If you oh no. I also found out about that term brony, and I was like, what? What's a brony? I wish
that's gonna stick, bro. It's gonna stick now.
Yeah, it all sticks. It doesn't matter. Like I get it. Give me your worst. I don't care. As long as you're just here to make fun of me. Fuck. I don't care. Anyways, next Malty, what the hell you have going?
Well, I mean, like we just said, we're going to Dallas. It's going to be fucking awesome. Before that, finishing a video that we're going to release on Friday before we go, because we'll be gone for the weekend.
Yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see a bunch of tall figs in a convertible, that'll be us. So
Probably a V6, so it's pretty lame.
Yeah. So speaking of lame, Hoodie D, what do you have coming up?
Not a whole lot here. I can't wait for the next episode of the Acolyte. That's gonna be great to talk about next week. But
we got to talk about it. We got to get something out immediately. Sorry, we got to do it. We got to grip this.
I'm gonna be on ABF show actually. We're gonna talk about the Xbox showcase and the new Call of Duty Black Ops. So look out for that.
Yep.
Awesome. Not lame at all, I say. Yo Pops 215. What do you got? What do you got going on besides eating some more after the stream ends?
In July, I'm going to be at EVO, which is the fighting tournament expo, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, all that.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
I might live stream it on the GCA channel, or I might do it on my channel. We'll see. If Mo will give me permission to do it on the GCA channel. But if anyone wants to just hitch a ride and see what that's all about, I'll do that. So
catch a ride.
I'm a huge Street Fighter guy, so I would love to. It's definitely. I will grant you a pass. No, I'm just kidding. We're figuring all that out. If you guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Vidal. I didn't mean.
No, I was just curious if you guys are competing or spectating. What's the deal?
There's this bar that I go to in my area, and the one guy, he's I think he does a lot of stuff for fuck, I forget what it was, like Capcom or some. And then yeah, he's gonna be competing, and then pretty much I'm just gonna be there to spectate, just to walk around, check it out. And then I think I don't know if the other guys over there are gonna be competing as well, but yeah.
So you're going for the food? I get it.
Oh no, food! No, we're getting fucked up. That's what I'm fucking going for, because they go there. I think they've been there the past couple of years, and every time they talk about it, it's like, dude, fucking man, they got crazy. We got all fucked up, and they get into some all kinds of crazy antics. So I want to
Nice.
I want to be there for that.
That sounds like that could be fun. That sounds like that would be, to be truthful, as much as I want to keep it on the GCA. That sounds like that would be more ABF off the hip territory. The stuff he talks about. Yeah, we should totally do a GCA thing. I'm just saying, like that would be you should go on a show the next week. I don't know. There's something there. There's something here for. We're all trying to figure this out, people. This is episode 10. 10. All right.
Can't believe we made it this long. To be honest with you, fucking Jesus Christ, shit we talk about.
But here we are. We're still alive. We're still alive. It's because of it's just everything else is so crap now. We just look great. So that's what it is. We're passing by on lower standards. So. Speaking of lower standards, our local console plebe, Naganol, what do you got coming up?
Not much. I uploaded a couple new videos to my channel, YouTube channel. So if you want to check those out, I'm trying to copy this link and it's giving me a problem.
You can't click copy?
Hey.
Control C.
Yeah, well, if I wasn't using my phone, I would do that.
He's got a
Don't
console.
remember.
He uses the phone to mod. He's a special guy.
I'm just yanking your cock, bro.
It's easy.
Whoa! What?
Right,
all right.
Let's go.
Hey.
If it wasn't June, that would be
ESG
gay.
There you go. No offense, Vidal. I got to put them close to each other. There you go.
Yo,
Why don't you reach over there, Hoodie? Why don't you help him out?
Hey, yo.
Hands where I can see him, Hoodie.
The next fucking episode's gonna be sponsored by Disney. If you guys keep this shit up.
Yeah.
Should we take some Disney money?
Yeah, we
I'll
should.
take some Disney money.
Hey, I need my green Lambo. I gotta get my green Lambo somehow, man. Shit.
We'll just the whole next episode. I'll just be like.
So there I was, and I was watching Acolyte, and I'll get so many.
Bye,
views.
chat. Hope you all have a good
Bye.
night.
But anyways, yeah. So I think we can all agree, just real quick, to talk to Yo Pops. As long as your main isn't Sagat, that is a weak main. I hate that as a main. That's somebody that doesn't know how to play. Like they spam, they do Tiger uppercut. Tiger uppercut. Yeah, they're just weak. They're just people who can't play. They're like less successful Ryu mains. So, anyways,
I feel like you're being racist against Thai people, maybe.
Everybody's allowed to. We got an Asian on our channel. Do we have permission to make fun of Thai people, Yo Pops?
Oh, don't ask me. I'm Korean.
You're in that area, right?
Same shit, man. Come on.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you know what? I mean, Koreans, they shit on every other, other Asian that's not Korean. So, I mean, I guess.
Okay. Well, there we go. See, thank you. It'll be his fault. So, all right. And last but not least, thank you, Vidal, for coming on the stream. It was a pleasure talking with you. We all knew it was going to be Acolyte heavy. It was going to be a heavy flow day. So, we really appreciate you coming on and rolling with the punches there. Well, kind of pun kind of intended, but so what do you plug your channel? What do you have coming up? What do you have going on, sir? Besides recovery, which I hope you recover fast. Those rotator cuffs, man, and that's not. I hope it recovers properly and you don't have to re-tear it or anything.
Surgery, so it's good. It's been a couple of months already. I still got about 5 weeks of rehab to go. Once that's done, I'm going to get back on the road. I'm going to be hitting up different states and towns, shooting a bunch of short films, action films, cool shit. I don't even really want to start talking about it too much because it's like, this is a show thing, right? You got to show people what you can do. You can't just talk shit. So hopefully, I can be back on the road soon. Get you guys some proper action movies because today's crop sucked, as we learned from the Acolyte. But outside of that, you can find me on Chrissy Mare's Wet Spots on Monday. Compound Media. She's off for now. She's still on sabbatical for maternity leave or whatever, breastfeeding and whatnot. But she'll be back soon, and then we'll be back to our typical raunchy comedy and fun shit. And check me out at Vidal SuperNinja Gaming, talking video games, pop culture, the culture war around video games. There's a lot of shit going on there. I'd love to talk to you guys about that sometime. Maybe have you guys on when I start doing live streams.
You're always welcome, my man. That was a great show. You're a wonderful guest.
I love and hate talking about the culture war, but it was one of those things I tried to avoid, but we all got pulled in, whether we wanted to or not, right? All of our franchises got hit with this nonsense. So here we are. You know, I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate the invite.
No, always.
Anytime,
it was
man.
really fun. I feel like it was a good therapy session. I feel a lot.
Dude, I needed it.
I needed it, man.
I got a punching bag with like Leslie Heslin face on it.
Well, the good news is you don't have to make it a different shape. You just got to put the face on there. It's the same size and proportions. So
how'd you find a square one?
That big tall bitch's fucking head would break my hands if I punched.
You got to watch out for the corners of her head. So
that shit looks painful.
R2D2 is a lesbian. Thank you for bringing us back down to Earth, Nerd Wars. I hope your internet still has AIDS. Anyways, on that note, thank you everybody for sticking around till the end here. We really appreciate it. We've had around 30 to 35. Like seriously, that is not lost on us. That is we love that you want to spend your Wednesday night with us. I hope we help you get through the week, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Don't watch The Acolyte unless you're mentally prepared or you have some mind-altering drugs or alcohol. And on that wonderful piece of advice, I'm not a doctor. I just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Everybody have a wonderful night. We will see some of you in Dallas. Can't wait. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Don't pay Disney Plus.